if you really don't trust me, come with a real. You here been a front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling in a tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
Snap back to reality. Yo, there goes gravity. Whoa. I know he says it well. Snap.
Y'all don't know. Y'all ain't never.
Smash the like button. I'm easy. That's Spin More Rax. Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Detroit
like
Mario.
button.
Let's go.
If you guys are new here, we're weird. I'm weird. You're weird too.
We're all pretty weird.
We're all pretty weird. Nick's the weirdest.
Yeah, definitely.
You asked me the wildest question before the show started. Do you remember what it was, Nick?
I got a hot take on the Pistons.
Nope, that's not what it was.
It's not what it was.
Let me know when you want it.
All right.
Hey, yo. Relax, Dwight.
Yeah, relax, Dwight. Nick doesn't know who Tiana Trump is.
You don't know who Tiana Trump is? Like, seriously?
Dead ass.
Take a guess.
I mean, I think it's a celebrity in the adult industry.
Yeah,
right?
she's a porn star.
I mean, I've watched like hours.
We don't need
of your
PC
guys,
terms for porn
You know how many
stars.
reels I've cut up and tape I've watched of you guys doing all the reels and whatnot? You guys have brought it up on some occasions, but I have
She's
never.
the goat.
I have
She's the
never.
throat goat, bro.
Oh, okay. I've never. I'm not aware of her.
The hope is
Her
it does
movies.
get clipped, and she like comes across it, and like things just persist from there.
She's the throat goat.
She is the throat goat. That just know that. Who's your go-to if you don't know Tiana Trump?
No comment.
You're Alexis, Texas guy. I already know.
No.
No?
I'm not saying on air.
Come on.
Why not? Everybody watches
Just give
porn.
us a name.
Fuck me. This is. You guys are backing me into a corner here. I'm out. I'm not on this.
Who?
I don't understand.
All right, screw it. Riley Reed.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you
yeah.
go.
There's
There
a
you
good
go.
one for
That's
you
a good
guys.
one.
All right.
R.I.P.
All right, Chris, how about you, bud?
Johnny Sins. Nick's like, wait, he's not a doctor?
I'll follow any of his work.
Bro is so talented. I mean, how many jobs has he had? No, for me, it's Alexis Fox. She's fine as hell.
Who?
Alexis Fox.
Don't know who that is. I got an Adria Fox.
She's just a
That's
blonde.
That's one of my goats.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Moving on. Sorry if there's there's children in the car. They don't know.
Yeah.
We've been
Yeah.
respectful. We've only said names.
Don't go Google those names, kids.
Yeah. I'm not even. Yeah. Anyway, the Red Wings. Speaking of getting things in, they didn't.
Yeah.
I was really surprised by that.
Yeah, no, they went out there and they lost. It's they're not going to win them all. They had a bad game. A little slow. Couldn't get them in the back of the net. They were still getting good pressure, getting a lot of shots on the goal, but
Do you think
what happens.
the flu affected our guy DeBrincat?
I mean, yeah, a little bit, but nothing too crazy. He's not going to blame it on anything. They just didn't.
No, for sure. I'm not asking too, but I guess did he look different? Because I didn't get to watch last
No,
night.
they just didn't get him in the back of the net, man. That's what it's all about. So they were putting shots on net, but didn't get any to cross that line. So
Nick, did you catch that one?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I was on air. I was trying to keep the people updated, but like Spenny said, what was it? 37 shots.
Yeah.
Like you gotta find the back of the net, but that's bound to happen sometime. It just sucks that we lost 2 straight on home ice.
Yeah, that does suck. How about the power play? I mean, did they get many looks last night?
they didn't get any power play goals last night.
No, but even how many power play
I don't know how many
chances
attempts
they
they
even
had,
have.
but I know they didn't convert on any of them. But like I said, man, it's going to happen. They're not going to win every game all
Yeah.
year. So you're bound to have a stinker every now and then.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously it always sucks to lose to a team that you don't think of highly of, but the Jets aren't. They're not doing.
They're not
big,
bad.
right? I mean,
No, I mean, they're good. They're not a bad team by any means. So
Yeah.
it's not like an embarrassing loss or anything.
but hockey, that stuff can happen either way.
Yeah.
Football's like that too, but a lot of people just don't like to admit it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, for an example,
What do you mean?
a
It's
loss
any
for
given Sunday.
the Super Bowl winning Chiefs last year was the Colts.
Yep.
A loss to the Ravens who whooped our ass, the Colts with
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew. Freaking Brock Purdy just lost to Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins put up like 300. I'm saying it's just some sports are like that. The one sport I'll say that's not like that, unless guys are being a little lazy, basketball.
Yeah.
That's what's my favorite sport to bet. It's just the most consistent.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
What do you guys think Cade's averaging this year after game 1?
23.5.
23.5. Chris?
Yeah, I still got to look into that line. You said you saw a line where he's
21.
21.
It's definitely gone up now. He waited too
has
long.
to have, yeah, I missed out on that.
Yeah,
but
it was like 21.7, which is I also never seen a 0.7 on a betting line. What does that even mean? That was so confused. Oh, like an average,
Yeah, it's their average. It's his
21.7.
average.
Yeah, he's definitely averaging more than that.
21.
Yeah, I'd
21.
hammer the over on that.
All day.
I'm thinking like 25, 7 assists, maybe like 6, 5 rebounds. Because with Asar and Jalen Duren getting so many, cleaning up the glass, he's not going to get the opportunities on rebounds.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to talk to Lucas about because he put in a bet tonight for Cade. Actually, he did 4+ rebounds, which I feel is doable, but it's different with Duren out there. Like his rookie season, he was like able to do things. What I peep for my NBA bettors though, when Russ had his triple-double season, like part of that was like the three ball. It's just so much more like prevalent in today's game. Those like count for like
Long
longer.
rebounds.
Yeah,
long
you know what I'm
rebounds,
saying?
yeah.
It's like guards are catching more boards. So like he could still do 5. It's up there.
Also, there was a total difference for Russ because Steven Adams literally boxed out just so that Russ could get the rebound. Duren's not doing that. Duren's grabbing anything he can. Asar is grabbing anything he can. That being said, the odds were good. It were plus like 5,000, so I put money on Cade triple-double tonight. I feel like if he's going to get some throughout the year, he's going to get like probably 4 to 8. And, you know, Charlotte's a good team for him to do it against, and it's a team that you need to win, so I parlayed that with a win. So
Let's go, Chris.
Detroit winning Cade triple-double is what I got.
Tonight,
Yeah.
you do the wildest bets. The wildest bets.
Yeah,
A triple-double?
I threw 5 on it. Why not?
I'm on the
I just threw
triple-double
5
as
on
well.
it.
You're on a triple-double?
Yeah.
Spinning, are they crazy?
No.
No? A bet? You're betting on a triple-double?
I mean, you just sprinkle a little bit on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I threw
plus 5,000.
I threw 5 on it for plus 5,000. He's gonna get like 8 of them this year, and if you're looking at a team he's gonna do it against, it's gonna be a team like that has LaMelo, that chucks a lot of threes, that like you said is gonna have a lot of long rebounds. So again, I'm not saying it will hit, but for 5 on it to win like 575,
It's going to be tough for him to get a lot this
not
year,
bad.
though, with the rebounding you have on this team with Asur, Beef Stew, and
Yeah.
Jalen Duren. So.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Another thing too is with the Sore, they're even comfortable with him like taking the ball up. You know, after he does get those boards, it's not like how you said people are boxing out for Russ to get the ball. But I mean, I'm not going to tell that one specifically, but I'll put him down for a double-double. How about the big guys?
Aaron S says I have Killian Hayes for a triple single. That's
That's
ah,
riskier.
That's a risky bet. That's a risky
That's
bet.
riskier.
Yeah. Do you guys want to tell a parlay for the intro?
I put in a parlay.
For the Pistons?
Yeah.
What do you got? Pull it up.
Watch it on phone now.
I mean, I got one too. I'll pull them all up, I guess. Why not? You boys want to tell one together?
Let's
For
do
the
it.
listeners?
Let's
No.
do it.
What do you mean with the listeners? I mean, what do you mean no?
I mean, no.
Like you don't want to tell
No
a group
means
parlay?
no, easy.
Yeah, no.
Just
means
ride
no.
together? Pause?
No means no.
Dwight, you gotta relax.
I was on fire last night.
Hey, yo.
Easy,
Everything
I
outside
think,
of I called like every touchdown except for I called an extra one, Stephon Diggs. I had a touchdown parlay. That's insane to
Did
do.
it hit?
Yeah, in the same
Damn.
game.
Hell yeah.
I had Kincaid, Josh Allen, shout out to Booner for the Allen nod, and Mike Evans.
Dude,
But I had
last
another
minute
one.
too.
Yeah.
Last minute.
Yeah,
on
that Mike Evans
Evans
touchdown
TD.
pissed me
Yeah.
off. I was playing him in fantasy.
Yeah.
I was too, but I didn't know until after the game.
Yeah.
Shout out
so,
to Phil.
So I got Cade to score 20-plus points.
Easy.
Asor to get 6-plus rebounds. Cade 2 made threes. Jalen Duren 10-plus points. Jalen Duren 10-plus rebounds. Stu 10-plus points. LaMelo Ball 6-plus assists. I super boosted it, so it's plus 2,492. 2,492.
What's the payout on it?
I put in 10 and it pays out like 200.
Let's go.
Oh, that's a good one.
I got
I
a
may
plus-
steal that one.
Plus 4,500. Cade Cunningham 20.5. This one I feel a little risky because I hate betting unders, but I did a Gordon Hayward under 15.5. He only had 10 last night, and the Pistons defense looks good.
Yeah.
And I feel like Asor will be the one guarding him. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah Stewart over 8.5. Cade over 5.5 assists. LaMelo over 6.5 assists. Cade 1 3-pointer. Asar 5.5 rebounds. Stu 6.5 rebounds. Duren 8 rebounds. And Cade double-double. It's 4,500 right now on DraftKings.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't have DraftKings, hit me up. I'll send you my code. We'll both get $100.
I don't have DraftKings.
Allegedly.
Do you have DraftKings?
No.
Still waiting on
run
mine.
it up. It's a free 100.
Yeah.
Because what I would do if I were you, or what you should do is what we did, Chris. My boy, that guy Bets on Twitter.
Yeah.
He gave us the pick, the 14.5 on Benedict Mathurin. Keep that $50 they're going to give you. Wait for a bet like that, you're cashing.
Yeah.
Dude averaged 16 off the bench last year. 14.5, or is he a starter now too? That's crazy. Not Jaden Ivey though. He's coming off the bench.
Shade.
Matt Weiss. I talked a little bit about it yesterday, but the FBI's officially entered.
Yeah, well, they've been investigating him for months apparently.
Talk about the big blue wall.
Yeah.
That story just fell off the map, and he was let go from the team.
He's let go
FBI
from the
was
team. The FBI and campus police have been investigating for months, and reports are that the victims of his crime are numerous and they span across state lines.
I mean,
So-
you gotta automatically assume. I don't even want to say it because it's so disgusting.
Yeah.
What I'm assuming.
That is what you assume when someone's computer gets seized and the FBI gets involved.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But again, that big blue wall, you haven't heard nothing about that. It's kind of the same thing too with Bo. Bo kind of that whole little story kind of just went away.
Mm-hmm.
The big blue wall is strong, just like this wet.
CJ Gardner-Johnson changed his name.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Officially changing his name to CD Deuce. I saw somebody commented on it and said it sounds like intestinal problems or digestion problems. CD Deuce. It's, you know,
It's funny
do whatever
because
you want, bro.
I'm pretty sure Colin doesn't digest sesame seeds either.
Yeah.
That's why you can see them in your poop.
What would you change your name to?
Would I change my name to?
Yeah.
Easy.
Just straight up.
That was
Yeah.
Yeah, that is easy.
Yeah.
Other than easy.
Other than easy, Big Pimpin' D93 at yahoo.com.
I'd change mine to Maz.
Maze.
Miz.
me.
Chris, what would you change your name to?
Damn.
See,
I was the one. I was the one who suggested this pre-show, and I don't even have an answer.
Yeah.
I don't even have an answer. I don't know.
Nick's like Riley Reed. I'm just kidding. Nick Reed. Mr. Nick Reed.
Nick, what would you change your name to?
I don't have a good one.
Mario?
Detroit Mario. Yeah, that'd be pretty baller.
Oh, not
No.
be baller.
Yeah, tailgate wins always, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. No, I'm not. Yeah, I didn't like my name growing up. I always wanted like my name to be like PJ or BJ. It was like one of those because the guy from Barney, the yellow dinosaur from Barney.
Yeah.
And then like this kind of sounds messed up, but I'm not like tight with my real dad. I mean, we're cool now, but back then like I didn't really know him. And I found out I had a brother with the exact same name. I was like, oh, fucking sick. This guy sees my dad and stole my favorite name.
Yeah.
Fuck this kid. We'll never be friends.
That's fair.
That's about it.
That's it.
Oh, man.
Giannis and Dame played last night. I only literally caught like half of a quarter. I don't remember what I was doing. Oh, I was hanging out, watching Thursday Night Football, hanging out with Bryson.
Yeah.
Oh, I showed Bryson Barry Sanders last night.
He likes him?
Oh, yeah. He said, Dad, can I be Barry Sanders? I said, hell yeah, you can, boy. Like,
Hell yeah.
Dude, Barry's is that electric for like a 3-year-old to like watch him and like.
You better get him in the lab.
Oh, we were out there today. It was nice out today.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You
we were on the
running
front yard
routes?
today. Yeah, I had to teach him how to catch the ball. Smart way to teach a kid to catch a ball. At least
Throw
I
it
felt
right
like
in
it
his
was,
face.
I did do that the one time, and we had to change up the strategy. that one was not working. So I told him that like
You gotta be
the
ready
ball
to
was a
play.
spaceship, and he had to save like the aliens from crashing.
It worked?
Yeah,
He caught it?
Yeah.
Was it like an actual football?
yeah. It was like it's like some off-brand one that glows in the dark or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like full size?
yeah.
You snagging it?
We were doing like little.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Little.
Got him. Give him.
I was trying to teach him not to be afraid of it because I smacked him in the face with it like in the earlier rounds, you know. But hey, he's liking it, man.
Hey, it builds character, man. You
It
know what
does.
else builds character?
What?
Eating at Big Boy.
Hell yeah, if you're
Burgers
fat,
and
you
chicken
gotta be a funny
sandwiches
guy.
are taking over at Big Boy. It's burger time. Try the best cheeseburger or our new pretzel bacon cheeseburger. Craving chicken, try the Dolly's chicken sandwich or turn up the heat with Bob's hot chicken sandwich. Upgrade your regular fries to our chili cheese or loaded baked potato fries and save them for dessert because they got the Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake and funnel cake fries. All of that and more at Big Boy.
That tells about Feldman.
Feldman Chevrolet. When you're done hitting your kid in the face with a football, make sure you head over to Feldman Chevrolet. There's 18 locations across the great state of Michigan. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the nearest location to you. Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience. It's called the Feldman Advantage. Woodward Sports is live from Feldman, Chevrolet, and Novi every other Monday.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equipment Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White and Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Fall's the perfect time to shop your home and auto insurance. Do it like a pro. Shop it with Swiss. My guy Mark over at Swiss can get you hooked up if you call him at 248-800-4177, or you can email him directly at mark@swissins.com. What up, though? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. I'm your boy Easy Joe, my guy Supremo Rax.
What up, though?
Young Chris. JB Smooth is gone, so we have Detroit Mario, a.k.a. Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Tailgate Wins.
A.K.A. Riley Breed.
Oh, I didn't want to pick up because we already bullied him into saying it. We can't just pick on him now.
Shout out.
There's no shame here. This is a safe space.
It is a safe space, Parker. Not bringing that up. But make sure you guys hit the like button, 5-star review. You know what's nice? We did a whole week. We haven't talked about this Lions-Raiders game.
We really haven't.
At all.
Yeah.
It's nice to have basketball back. It's nice that the Red Wings are winning that, like...
Balance.
Yeah. You know, because it does kind of suck, like, when that's not the case.
Balance.
Only because you're just saying the same shit all week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, when it comes to, like, the Raiders stuff, you can only, like... You can break it down once and then...
Yeah, Francis and Ngannou and Fury this weekend.
Yeah. Are you watching?
Probably not.
Yeah. Is it in the U.S. or UK or is it like any weird timing?
Probably. I don't know.
I'm stashing though.
I'll watch if the dad's involved. I'm a machine.
I'm a machine.
He called out Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson's training Francis Ngannou.
Mike Tyson would beat the fuck out of John
He beat the
Fury.
league. I mean, that's why Tyson Fury is Tyson. He's named after Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
He had said that at that press conference too. He felt like a type of way, like being named after Mike Tyson, like looking up to him his whole life. Obviously, his dad's a big Mike Tyson fan. Named his kid fucking Tyson, and then now he's like in the opposite corner of you. It's like it's a weird feeling, but extra motivation, obviously. And then Mike Tyson said some scary shit about Francis Ngannou, because obviously you expecting Francis Ngannou to get obliterated this weekend.
Yes.
He will get obliterated this weekend.
Obliterated.
But Mike said the only reason why he took the fight is he was just hanging out, went to like a sparring round, and Francis knocked the guy out, and the guy broke his leg on the way down because he was. Remember how Stipe fell when he got knocked out? So I guess that Tyson was like, all right, we got something to work with, I guess. And
Yeah.
Now he's training him. The other thing too, obviously Mike Tyson, a veteran of the game and a damn good boxer too. I think that's what's like lost about him. You think he's a knockout artist, but like watching him, he was so like crisp and clean.
Too.
Yeah. But Francis is like what, 6'4", 6'5". Mike Tyson was like 5'10".
Yeah.
It's different builds. Like you're not gonna. I don't know.
We'll see.
Well,
I mean, Tyson Fury's gonna wax.
Yeah, Tyson Fury. I mean, I apologize for these any older boxing fans listening, but at least for sure in my lifetime, the best heavyweight.
Yes, the best heavyweight I've seen in my lifetime too.
And
obviously, we know the greats of heavyweights past, but he's not stacking up to those guys. But
I think he might though. Dude, he's what?
Ali, Tyson,
6'7". Like he's nice, and he moves like a middleweight.
Yeah,
like
he's not beating Ali or Tyson or George Foreman.
Bro, I don't know. I mean, maybe George Foreman. I can't see him. George Foreman has some power, but I guess boxing isn't what it used to be.
No.
So that is a fair point. But I don't know, bro. I put him up against almost anyone. To be honest, I mean, how big he is, he still moves really well. He's really technical. Only guys that George Foreman would scare me. I guess Ali was fast, but I don't know. I wish we had a time machine for shit like that.
Yeah.
George St. Pierre versus Kamaru Usman.
That would be the best sport for time machines.
Boxing?
The boxing.
Oh, absolutely.
Was Rocky Marciano a heavyweight?
I think he was, but that was in like the 50s, wasn't it?
He was a heavyweight. Him and Joe Louis. He whooped Joe Louis's ass.
I feel like Rocky Marciano would lose to every modern boxer. Is that fucked up for me to say?
Huh? He would lose to every modern boxer? How much has boxing changed?
Bro, they smoked cigarettes in the fucking in the fucking stadiums.
It's not like baseball.
Which is the athlete is just the modern day athlete is just different. You know what I'm saying? Like they're making a lot more money. The mafia's not involved. Like they're some of these guys they sleep
that we know of.
Dude, some of these guys are wearing bras to sleep to know how much they're breathing and getting oxygen in.
Yeah.
Like there's that serious and honed in on the craft. It's the modern day athletes just the levels, dude. I mean even like the life expectancy, your length, like all everything's just different. It's bigger, longer now.
He whooped Joe Louis's ass.
He did whoop Joe Louis. Gotta rep Joe Louis. You know he served in the army too.
Yeah.
Legend. Pioneer of the sport. But sorry guys, we'll talk some football now, I promise.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk football.
Lions versus Raiders. You ask, I'm not trying to clown you, I'm trying to clown you here. How can they win?
Yeah.
Why you say it like that? They're gonna win.
Just tell us how.
They're gonna whoop some ass. Oh, paint the picture?
Yeah.
I think, and obviously we'll talk about the defense a little bit later because AG spoke to me today. Ben Johnson spoke to me today. We got clips from those interviews as well. But AG, when you hear him speak, he's highly intense. Mm-hmm. He's like almost dad level, and so I know he was on those players' asses in practice this week, in the film room this week, and everything. And he doesn't mince words at all. He's cutthroat, straight to the point. So I know there's some things that need to be fixed. They were delivered intensely and borderline, maybe like in a way that would motivate you. Obviously, delivered intensely, like Dwight Howard. But I think they're going to be on their toes this week. He spoke specifically too about rookie Jack Campbell and how some of the things in there he just wasn't used to. It's just he's a rookie, and he's just in Iowa no more. You know what I'm saying? Like the lot more eye candy with these offenses at the NFL level versus at Iowa, and then obviously. The players are different too. He's also in a new position for Jack Campbell. He never played the Sam or the Will. He was always a Mike linebacker there, so he's going to be some growing pains. The same way we saw with Aiden Hutchinson. So I think mainly for me, I'm expecting the defense to whoop on some ass because his offense is still missing David Montgomery.
Chico G wants to know if you're scared of Jimmy G.
Fuck no. I look across and I see Jared Goff. All right, and you already know how I feel about Jared Goff. No, Jimmy G's worse than Jared Goff.
He is worse than Jared
He's also
Goff.
come back from a messed up back. No, I am not scared of Jimmy G at all whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not taking this team lightly because they do have playmakers on both sides of the ball. They got top-tier NFL talent in multiple positions, so, anything could happen. But this Lions team is going to be dialed in. They're pissed off after what happened to them in Baltimore. They're coming home. It's Monday night. They're going to go out there, and they're going to put it on the Raiders. They're coming home. Like a granny giving you some head, just giving you the gummy. But
we're almost there, Green.
I expect this Lions team to be extremely focused, to be dialed in, and like I said, they're going to be mad after what happened to them in Baltimore. So the Raiders are going to get some demons exercised on them by this Lions team.
What side of the ball do you expect to dominate more, the offense or defense? That's how I feel about Tasha when I see her book too.
Yeah, me too. Probably the offense. I think the offense is going to go out there and put on a performance because they're going to be even more mad. Ben Johnson's going to come in with a great game plan, and we know, although the defenses look good, the Raiders got some pieces on their offense, man. They got some pieces that can burn you, so I'm not counting those guys out.
Do they rank bottom 5 both in the run and in the pass? Granted, obviously they had Brian Hoyer and Aiden O'Connell in at times, but I don't know, man. I think AG, those guys are. I mean, and every time they lose, it feels like his job is questioned. But when your job is questioned, I just feel like he's going in a little bit extra motivation. Ben Johnson got his ass kicked too, but nobody was on Twitter screaming fire Ben Johnson. Mm-hmm. Shout Chuck Brewers, maybe Chuck Brewers was there, but I don't know. How do you see it go down, Nick?
Yeah, we're gonna be at home with our comfortable, no 40-mile-per-hour winds or whatever it was. I see the offense absolutely taking off. I think the defense is gonna do great against the Raiders. Don't get me wrong, but I think this offense. They're going to unleash J-Mo and Gibbs. It's just going to be a track race, and we're going to win it. I think we drop 40 on them.
Damn.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an absolute blowout. And
Little
I think
40 bug.
I think J-Mo gets a tutty. I think Gibbs gets a touchdown. And watch out for some big plays incoming from Ben Johnson.
Yeah, I guess what? I mean, I could definitely see the offense going off. 40 is steep. I'm not saying it's out of the question though. This definitely this isn't a great Raiders team by any means. Obviously, at one point you've called Josh McDaniels the worst coach. I think he's a horrible coach too.
He's an awful coach.
He's also like the tree he stems from directly is Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick's on that hard nosed old school mentality. That's just not the way it is these days. And I'm not saying that Josh McDaniels can't be a great or good offensive mind, but I just feel like he's like the way he was molded was in that old school form, and that's just not the way shit's going down these days. You have the Mike McDaniels, the Kyle Shanahans, the Sean McVays. Like those are the guys that are dominating this league right now. It's not the Bill Belichick teams or coaches. And I don't think any of his coaches that stem from his tree really popped off like that. Mm-hmm. I think the closest one you look at maybe is like Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien's probably the one that had the most success.
And even then, like it was in a really shitty AFC South division where some of those conferences he won wasn't with like 500 records. I know one wasn't, or like on the nose, because 16-game season then 8-8 could have got you a division title. So I don't know. I definitely think Detroit Lions are going to win though. Offensively, and maybe I'll say that for like the actual offensive topic, but I guess that's what I'm more excited to see, because I am the one person that does make me nervous, not no Jimmy G. And somebody who should make everybody nervous is Max Crosby.
Yeah,
that guy is. You should be fearful of him. There's a reason why people want him on this team here. I feel like he could be a game wrecker in this situation, but again, defensively, I think they're going to create extra opportunities for the Detroit Lions offense and special teams.
I would agree. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that. We have quotes from both of the coordinators, some video about what they're talking about today from their press conference and what they got to look forward to. But yeah, I think this offense is going to be the one that takes off really, because Ben Johnson knows that he needed to do more in their last game. He knows that wasn't enough. So I think he's going to really put it to the Raiders and show why we all think so highly of him.
The one thing that somewhat makes me nervous, and we're going to break out of this and we'll talk about it when we get back, is like when Dan Campbell spoke to the media this week, and I'm talking about his radio interview, he said we put some things on tape that teams know how to beat us now, and that there's some things that we didn't respond well to, and then we have to close the gap on those. I'm just hoping that's the case. And I don't think this Raiders team is equipped to like do those type of things. Like when I hear that, I think of like those blitzes on defense, because like offensive line's elite when it comes to man-on-man play or like interior blitzes, but I think they kind of got exposed with those like Wink Martindale, like the weird shit. The safeties are coming down, or like cornerbacks like just blitzing like last minute. Like I think that's like the weakness of this offense, and that's not really anything I could like count on the offensive line too much if you're dealing with a Max Crosby on the outside as well.
Yeah. We're going to get to our matchups to look out for next. But first, let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Come into Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning experience and register to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right, no expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Downtown's Woodward Sports Bar is lit. It's got 13 TrackMan simulators, certified instructors, and most importantly, a full bar and restaurant. The golf leagues are back, and you can win a chance and not a chance, you have a chance to win a trip to the Dominican Republic. Make sure you guys sign up with a foursome or as an individual to join a ragtag foursome at 5irongolf.com. Use promo code Woodward10 for 30% off your first time. 30% off the league. That's actually way more money that way. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Weights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm Easy. It's been more Rax.
What up, though?
Young Chris. JB Smooth is gone, but we have Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Detroit Mario, in the building. Fun week this week. Lots of stuff to talk about, but time to talk with Detroit Lions. It is Friday. They play Monday night. What matchups are you looking out for, Spinny? What matchups are you keen to?
I think the biggest matchup that we mentioned a little bit before we left is Max Crosby versus this Lions offensive line. No matter where he lines up, if it is on Penei Sewell, if it is on Taylor Decker, that is the one you got to be aware of. That's the one you have to key in on. Max Crosby is one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, and you need to neutralize him. I know you're not going to stop him for the entire game because he's that good. He is going to get his, but you need to be able to calm him down. You have to be chipping him with running backs. You have to be chipping him with tight ends, making sure that you do everything to give Jared Goff enough time to sit in the pocket, make his progressions, and deliver a good ball to somebody. So Max Crosby versus one of these Lions tackles is going to be the biggest, the most key matchup that I look for, because the dude's a game wrecker. That's what he does. He goes out there, he kicks ass, he takes names, and he sacks quarterbacks. So you need to make sure you know where Max Crosby is at all times. You need to make sure you have multiple bodies being sent towards him, multiple bodies throwing him off what he wants to do, so you can keep Jared Goff clean in the pocket.
For me, obviously that's number one. Lucky you had the easiest one to go from.
Thank you.
But no, I agree. And Dan Campbell spoke to that earlier this week too. Both Taylor Decker and Penei Sewell need to be on alert, and it's going to be a war. I think luckily enough for the Detroit Lions, obviously Aiden's coming too in this league, but we have Aiden Hutchinson that Penei gets to see in practice every week. Same vice versa with Taylor Decker. A matchup for me that I'm concerned about, I know a lot of people want to jump right away to Devontae Adams, but if you've been paying attention or if you play fantasy football, you should know Jacoby Myers has been tearing it up as a touchdown receptionist. Is that a word? I know it's a word if you're working for the office, but either way, Jacoby Myers has been a touchdown machine for the Raiders. And yeah, you look at Cam Sutton and Devontae Adams, it's an obvious matchup obviously we're going to get to, but I guess I'm more concerned about a guy with Jacoby Myers who's been taking advantage of these cornerback 2 situations, have been scoring all year long. It hasn't been much for the Raiders, but he's been the one doing a majority of it.
Yeah, Jacoby Myers is a great receiver. He's a big guy. He can make contested catches. He's great with his body control, so you definitely need to be aware of where he's at on the field.
He's third in the league right now in touchdowns.
Yeah, stopping those 2 guys is a tough task for anyone. They have 2 very good receivers on the outside, so you need to make sure your cornerbacks are keyed in. You're having great communication of who covers what, who covers anybody where. So you need to make sure that you know where they are. Another guy I look at is not Josh Jacobs. I obviously Josh Jacobs scares me because of the talent he is, but the Lions have been very good at containing running backs. The Lions have been very good at limiting the run game so far this year. We've spoken to that in depth.
He's having like his worst year yet too.
Yeah, Michael Mayer is a guy I think the Lions need to look out for. He's a rookie, obviously, out of Notre Dame. He is one of the top tight ends in this draft. The Lions did draft Sam Laporta over him, but Michael Mayer is a very talented receiver of the football. So you need to make sure that you have a guy on him. He's a big body. He eats up a lot of space in the middle of the field. He can abuse a smaller guy if he's put on him, and he's an athletic dude, so he can make some things happen after he gets the ball in his hands.
Yeah, I'm with you. Chris and I were listening to AG on the way in, and that's one of the names that he brought up was Michael Mayer. Just kind of all the offensive weapons they got. Obviously, a league leader in rushing yards last year, and Josh Jacobs. Told you guys he was a fraud. Anyway, Devontae Adams still a dog. That's a name that we're all familiar with as Detroit Lions fans when he was here in Green Bay. But Michael Mayer is the other name that he brought up, and I guess that Brian Branch was speaking of him specifically because he got burnt up pretty good by Michael Mayer in a bowl game. Mm-hmm. So that's definitely a guy they're keeping their eyes on. Michael Mayer's one for me. Nick, do you want to get on this at all? What matchups are you looking forward to in this game?
Yeah, I got a couple for you. It starts with stopping the run, and Jack Campbell had a very poor game against the Ravens. So I think Jack Campbell versus Josh Jacobs is going to be a key matchup. If you stop this run and make it one-dimensional, I think it's going to be a long day for Jimmy G. And then on the other side of the ball, it's going to be J-Mo versus Marcus Peters. Marcus Peters is super old. J-Mo, one of the fastest receivers in the league. I think that's going to be a key matchup that we have to expose every single time Marcus Peters is one-on-one with J-Mo.
I like that too. I guess I got to ask you this one. Where's everyone's confidence level with JMO now? After like this, 6 targets, 0 catches last week.
Yeah, that was horrible.
The drop against Carolina.
I'm at like a 7. I like him at home a lot better than on the road, especially with Jared Goff. So he's gonna have a big day.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get hit in stride a couple times, but it's it's tough, man. He's a home run hitter, so it's not. He's never going to be a guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown that catches 15 balls a game. Like, that's not going to happen. So you just got to keep taking your shots, and hopefully you break one of them.
I'm with you too. They've put a number on it though, 1 through 10 confidence level on JMO.
I would say 6
in this matchup.
Oh, in this matchup?
Yeah.
7. Yeah, I'm with Nick.
Yeah. I think it's up there. Everything you guys said too about it being home, not outdoors, got all that stuff going towards your favor. Ben Johnson's a guy, he makes plays for specific guys. It's one of the things he mentioned in his news conference that obviously we'll get to a little bit later today, but I know that he mentioned that there's a couple calls where he was trying to spread the ball out where he just went to the guys that get this team going. And I'm assuming he was talking about Amon-Ra St. Brown in that scenario, or Sam Laporta, because he is one of those guys who's kind of just jump start to the offense. And as we know, when you do that to their defense, they have to start tailoring the way their coverage in the field. And thank God that we have enough weapons, so I feel like you can manipulate stuff like that, especially at home where you're not throwing against the wind with Jared Goff. JMO versus Marcus Peters, that's a good one. I think the Lions got that. I mean, I don't even know. I can't name the rest of their DBs, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of great ones. Nate Hobbs is their other starting cornerback, and I'm looking at another matchup that I like and that I'd like to exploit is Sam Laporta versus the safeties of this team. The safeties of this team, you got Marcus Epps, who was on the Eagles last year. He's a solid safety, but he's nothing special or game-changing. And then you got Trayvon Moyberg, who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that guy?
So I'd like to see them use a lot of Sam Laporta down the seam, Sam Laporta in the middle of the field, get him into open space against some of the weaker competition that they have on their team, which are their backers and their safeties. So I'd like to see them use him a lot and get him involved early.
One matchup that I know we hinted at, but I'm looking forward just to watching it as a football fan, not even like a Lions fan, just to watch game on game. Cam Sutton and Devontae Adams. And obviously Devontae Adams, I think you give the nod there as like who's the better player pound for pound. But I think in this system we've seen the best of Cam. Maybe we haven't even seen the best of Cam Sutton. I mean, this is only his first year in the system with AG. I think Cam Sutton, and especially Devontae's been dealing with a shoulder injury, his shoulder or his arm. Something's messed up there. And since that injury, his number's been like kind of dwindling down a little bit. He hasn't been the Devontae of old. I know he got a couple good looks against the Packers, but I think it's because they force-fed him the ball in that situation. I think Cam Sutton versus Devontae Adams is going to be a good one to watch. Cam's not like a smaller like DB. He's obviously played well in the system. That's one I'm looking forward to. And Josh Jacobs versus just the linebacking core. I mean, I don't want to be sounding that dismissive of Josh Jacobs because he can still get you, obviously, if he gets the ball in open space. But I say it's a matchup, but I feel like we're winning that one, really. I'm not really scared of Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
I mean, who on this team in the offense of that ball is putting fear in you boys? Devontae Adams?
Devontae Adams, yeah.
Getting banged up. Maybe feeling a little bit better, though. He's been, but he's been playing every week with it.
Yeah, one thing I want the Lions to look out for, I know it doesn't happen very often, but they got to be careful on special teams because they got DeAndre Carter as their returner for the Raiders, and he's a good player. He played on the Raiders last year. He's very quick. He played on the Chargers last year. He's very quick, very elusive, good in open space. He's their punt and kick returner. So this is a guy you're going to have to be aware of. Make sure, you get Jack Fox. Hopefully they don't have to punt at all, but if they do have to punt, you get it up. Allow your team to get down there and cover it well because this is a guy who can be explosive in open field. So you're going to have to watch out for him.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Lions' special teams, but it's definitely – I mean, the Lions, I think when I compliment their special teams, maybe it's a little bit more offensively, but I don't kick returns if they're good. I mean, you probably make a good point on punt returns. You always at a risk to get gouged there, even if it's just for a couple extra yards. But I think overall, we're all pretty confident Detroit Lions win this game, right? I mean, what was the Vegas had the spread at, Nick? It was like 7.5?
Yeah, 7.5 last time I saw it. But like I said earlier, this is going to be total domination by the Lions on Monday Night Football. They're going to prove that last week was a fluke, and they're coming back strong in this one.
Yeah, I almost feel like with the expectation of winning, do we need to put like we need to see them dominate, or are you guys cool just getting the dub.
I don't care.
This is the NFL.
Just get a win. Just get a win. Any way you can do it, just go out there and get a win. It would be nice to see them go out there and dominate like they did against Carolina or against Tampa Bay, but you just go out there and get a win, and I'll be happy.
Is there any one piece of this team you'd like to see dominate? Any unit or side of the ball?
I think the intermediate pass catchers of the Lions are really going to eat in this game. Like I said, the safeties and the backers of the Raiders are very weak. So if you can get Amon-Ra St. Brown, you can get Sam Laporta, even Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield involved early, I think they can do a lot of damage.
Congratulations, you just got Amon-Ra St. Clown.
Yeah, Amon-Ra's going to go off. I mean, Amon-Ra still had a little bit of a day. Obviously, a little maybe garbage time stats there, but he got going. I think it was like 12 catches for still like 123 yards or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Amon-Ra do his thing. Yeah, I'm with you, though, too. Sam Laporta. Actually, what I do want to see is not like a mandatory thing or because they got their ass kicked kind of thing, but I do want to see a little bit more of what we saw at Jahmyr in the second half. I want some comfort to know like that was real and there's something to believe in and buy into there when it comes to Jahmyr Gibbs, 12th overall pick, investment made by Brad Holmes of the Detroit Lions. But when we get back, we have some clips cut from the Ben Johnson press conference. We'll react to that, Jamison Williams, and more, but not before I tell you about Fairway Pack Company, because for over 60 years, Michigan's finest hotels, restaurants, and casinos have been getting their prime beef, Wagyu beef, and all that good stuff from the guys over at Fairway Pack Company, and you can too. Just head over to fairwaypacking.com or stop over in Grosse Pointe for grab-and-go steaks. Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays. Join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
Now, how would you like a $100,000 trip to Vegas, a getaway? Take your closest friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps. It's the Syntron Energy. Drink it and live it. Purchase a 24-pack today and enter for your chance to win the Vegas $100,000 cash getaway. You can do that at drinksyntron.com/Vegas and buy Syntron at your local Meijer store. It is Syntron, the healthier energy drink with great taste and a choice for people who desire to look good, feel good, and be the best versions of themselves. drinksyntron.com/Vegas. Wow, wait.
Check it out.
Double rip. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Easy. That's Spinmo Rax.
What up, though?
Young Chris, Detroit Mario in the building, a.k.a. Nicholas Koloff.
What up?
Smash that like button, 5-star review on podcast platforms, if you will. I appreciate you guys. Time to jump into the offensive coordinator's mind and some of the stuff he had to say today.
You were queuing me up.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were going to queue up more. That's my fault.
No, you're good.
That execution was the biggest issue, but just from your perspective, how much are you putting on yourself in those situations?
Yeah, we all look in the mirror. Clearly, I wish I had different plays in the opening script, that ones that would have worked a little bit better. So, but that's about it. Felt good going into the game with the plan that we had, and, had to deviate from that plan pretty early based on the situation. Probably shouldn't have felt like we had a good one. Should have just stuck to our guns and how we wanted to call that game. But a lot of good lessons to be learned from that game. I think we're going to be a better crew for it.
Said it many times, this offensive line is the engine to how things run. When you look at the film from this one, just maybe with some of the success the Ravens had with the blitz, what's I guess the big area of focus there for a group that's pretty reliable one for you?
Yeah, I think across the board that whole group would tell you that we gave up too many sacks and too many pressures. They've been, I mean, heck, the week before we threw it as many times as we did, and they held firm throughout. And listen, the drop back passing game, that's not where we want to live, and that's where we ended up living the majority of last week. So we just got to do a better job executing what's called, and hopefully we're not down 28-0 in the second quarter. We'll be all right.
But why wouldn't you want to live in the drop back passing game if your quarterback's elite? No, he's right, man. The offense is predicated off running the ball. The offense is focused on running the ball, and that's how they want to get everything they have going and get everything they have cooking. And when you're down 4 touchdowns in the first half, you can't really, you got to kind of abandon the run and just start dropping back and throwing it. So hopefully they can get things going, they can get things going faster, and they can take advantage of a subpar defense.
Yeah, when I look at that Raiders defense, I don't think there's going to cause too many complications outside of containing as much as you can Max Crosby. I mean, the reality is he's going to eat. Mm-hmm. He's going to get his. I think he's mainly going to be matched up against Penei Sewell, who hasn't let up a pressure all year. I believe that's the stat I saw from PFF. And again, determined pressure however you want. It's a PFF stat, but Penei's been doing a damn good job all year. I think the only guy we concerned about is I've seen Decker get work a few times this season. Max Crosby is that level of edge rusher, but again, the rest of this team sacks. Everybody else only has 1. And when I look across it that way too, because last week you saw those exotic blitzes where the cornerbacks and safeties are coming at you against the Baltimore Ravens team. That's why Kyle Hamilton, has 3.5 or 4 sacks on that team. Mm-hmm. Another one of the cornerbacks, I don't even know what the hell his name is. Like, that's where you see the Detroit Lions lit up sacks in those situations. The Raiders don't run that type of defensive scheme. You look at the sack totals, it's Max Crosby, 7 of them.
Yeah.
Everything after that, Tyree Wilson, 1. You have a linebacker, Robert Spillane, 1. Actually, I have 1 cornerback with a sack on there. It's Amik Robinson, but I'm not concerned about it. It's not like a fear of my hand of this matchup. I definitely think the Detroit Lions offense is going to be able to work. It's just how consistent of a run game you're going to have. Can we get Jahmyr Gibbs of the second half versus Jahmyr Gibbs of that first half?
Yeah.
I mean, what was your expectations of him in this one?
I expect to see what we saw out of him in the second half of that game. I expect they have more confidence in him now. I feel like he has more confidence in himself, so they're going to get him out there. They're going to use it. I don't know about 9 catches like you had in the last game, which is great, but you got to use him in every way possible. He's going to be the catalyst again for this offense. He needs to get the running game going early because the entire offense is built off of that. The entire offense is built off of the run game, off of the play action, different fakes, different motions. So we're going to see it. We're going to see a steady diet of Jahmyr Gibbs, and I expect him to have some success.
Yeah, if you ever hear like a lot of defensive coordinators speak, they always say, and I may have even gotten this from AG or Dan Campbell himself, but you have to earn the right to rush the passer. And if the Detroit Lions, what they've done well all season up until obviously missing David Montgomery last week is run that ball. And I think you're right. I think the offensive line, Jahmyr Gibbs himself, and the play caller Ben Johnson all gained a little bit more faith in Jahmyr Gibbs last week. Nick, how you feeling with Detroit Lions? I mean, you got 40 points. You're feeling good. How you think the run game's gonna be in that one though?
It's contain Max Crosby. You're going to have to double him with maybe Sewell and a tight end or, Decker and a tight end on the edge there. But I think we will be able to run the ball. I think this is going to be the best game of Jahmyr Gibbs' career. And like I said earlier, if that happens, then the play action is going to be there for deep shots to J-Mo. I'm going to keep hammering this home all day. It's going to be the Alabama offensive key weapons that are going to show up big in this one. And I think we're going to have no problems kicking the Raiders' ass on offense. Well, and defense for that part.
Damn, hey, I hope you guys are right. If you had a stat prediction for Jahmyr in this one, where you boys at with that one? Because I feel like we were pretty close last week.
Yeah, I would say 65 rushing yards on 15 attempts, and then 5 catches for 45.
Nick?
Yeah, I'm going to say 80 rushing yards and 30 receiving yards. So 110 total. I think I had that for the Ravens one last Friday. 110 total yards, 80 on the ground, 30 receiving.
I'm looking at the stats, too. Running backs versus the Raiders. Shout out to CBS, who gives you these numbers, too, on the fantasy season. But trying to see how guys have fared against the Raiders' run defense.
Look out for that wheel route again for Gibbs. He finally hit one against the Ravens. We'll look out for that one as well.
Spider 3-wide banana.
Is that what it's called?
It's a fullback wheel route.
Holy shit.
It's John Gruden's favorite play.
There hasn't been a running back stable to run for less than 77 yards on the Raiders all season.
Yeah, Gibbs is going to eat.
Gibbs about to eat.
Gibbs is going to eat, man. Like you said, their defense is basically Max Crosby and Max Crosby alone. So you double him or you run the ball away from him so you can get those big offensive linemen up the field into the second level, into the linebackers, and open up some lanes for Gibbs. I expect to see some nice runs busted off by Jahmyr Gibbs.
Busting. Damn. Cook had 123 yards against this Raiders defense.
Yeah, I saw Wilson in the Woodward Sports chat said he's not happy unless they dominate. The Raiders lost to the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. But again, it's just football math doesn't always work that way. I mean, coming off an ass kicking, much like the Detroit Lions are.
Jesus Christ!
You're coming back 10 times harder. I mean, that's one of the reasons Nick and I. Well, for me, that's one of the reasons I picked the Bears last week is because they were fucking embarrassing. There was tape out there of their left guard or right guard blocking their right tackle. You know what I'm saying? Like it was madness out there. When that kind of stuff gets put on tape, the coach is on your ass in that locker room.
Mm-hmm.
And now, thankfully for the Lions, that's what's happening for us this week. And I think on paper, I mean, we're just a better team overall. You know, I think maybe offensively you could point to some guys pound for pound might make you a little bit nervous on that side. And we'll talk about the defense coming up next year. But offensively, defensively, I think 53 men out, we got them beat. Yeah. Across the board.
I do too. I think we're a much more talented team. We'll be able to supplement the ball well. And we're going to talk about the defense in the next segment, but like Jimmy G isn't Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to get Jimmy G on the ground. You're going to be able to get some pressure to him and throw him around.
There's a reason his back's fucked up.
Yes.
It's because he's been getting fucked up.
By Dwight Howard.
When it comes to
and Kitty.
And Kitty.
Who's Kitty?
It's the
friend.
His transgender friend that Dwight brought.
Oh, that's
hey, I'm not judging. Just like to shoot straight.
Oh, all right.
Fire.
Nice drop. Yeah, I guess going back to prediction for Jahmyr Gibbs, I could see, bro, looking at these numbers, bro, like 70 yards and like 30.
Scott Klingler says I'm giving him 120 yards on 20 carries and 6 catches for 99.
Scott's partying early with that one.
Scott's partying a little early with that one.
Scott's definitely partying early with that one.
You know, game of the year.
See Bud Light, the official beer of UFC again?
Yeah, hell yeah.
People beef about that. Who cares? Yeah.
Do not care. Kid Rock's not going to watch the UFC.
Yeah. I don't know why people care.
He's not going to ball the bang diggy diggy at the UFC. That's for sure.
Not balling the bang.
I would walk out to Kid Rock if I was a UFC fighter with like a Bud Light in my hand.
Oh. Well, I mean, I don't know with the Bud Light.
I wouldn't walk out to Kid Rock like
not
in a non-joking way.
Ball to the ball goes hard.
Yeah. That would not be my walkout song.
My name is
Kid. I would pick like fucking like Final Boss music.
Ball with the ball to bang bang diggy's like Final Boss music.
That is not Final Boss.
That could be a Final Boss song for sure.
No way.
No. What do you mean? Maybe in a comedy movie, you're probably right. Like the white trash bad guy.
Yeah, in a comedy movie. Yeah.
Diggy. All right, that's fair.
Joe Dirt.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's Joe Dirt.
He walks out to his own song in Joe Dirt.
Still all time.
Def Leppard sucks.
All time walkout. Mike Perry walking out to Beyonce's Halo.
Yeah.
See,
that would be like the Halo theme. That would be a dope walkout song.
Nick, what's your walkout song?
Speaking of Detroit music, I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna get into it. Dave's Loaf is performing halftime for the Pistons season opener, and Big Sean's gonna come out during the performance. That's my hot take. That's my bet.
Hell yeah!
Shout out Dave's Loaf performing halftime, and then Big Sean's gonna come out.
Damn show.
Let's go.
That was your hot take.
That was the hot take.
Yeah, I'm getting this out there that Big Sean's gonna come out. And
why
the
didn't you wait to the Pistons segment?
I couldn't hold it in anymore. Perfect transition. Talking about Kid Rock. Dave's Loaf.
What? That's not a perfect
two Detroit artists.
There you go. What's your walkout song though?
You guys know who's in the Bond movie?
Yeah, exactly.
God, I can't think of one right now. It'll come back to me.
American Badass. What song's that? American Woman.
I feel like that's like 70 songs.
I feel like that's
a Kid Rock song.
Yeah, it does sound like a Kid Rock song.
What would your walkout song be?
Easy is the Joe C of WSN. Who's Joe C?
I don't know.
Must be a cool guy. What would be my walkout song?
Yeah.
Schoolboy Q.
What?
Break the Bank.
Man of the Year.
Brand new guys.
Yeah.
That bitch slaps.
Pull up on it like Bert.
Yeah.
This nigga like Bert. Put him in the dirt.
I'll probably be looking out for Detox by Kendrick.
What's that?
Tie up marks, finish line with tie up marks. On the relay starts, I'm runaway slave.
Bitch.
Walking in water and running away. It's got got him. See,
DNA.
you gotta see. I don't know. There's a lot of them.
I think mine's
DNA would be crazy.
Mine's what the fuck right now by Tyler the Creator and ASAP. That thing gets me going.
Yeah,
be going.
What's
someone was like yeah.
Mad City.
Yeah, that
Mad
too.
City.
Anyone with Schoolboy Q makes me want to write out someone like all the time.
That's fair.
His song "Ride Out's crazy.
Oh, the one with Schoolboy Q.
Yeah. That's actually ASAP Ferg.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Work.
Yeah,
Work
put it
remix.
in work. Yeah. I should have been from Hoover Street.
Yeah.
No, I do not have a car,
When
but
the
I
levee
can buy
breaks
one
would be a
every
good one.
week. Which one?
When the levee breaks.
Nicholas Duncan, G-Eazy. Oh, well. I don't know what song that is.
God. You're walking out to G-Eazy.
Imagine getting hyped.
I'm putting $1 million on the guy you're fighting if you walk out to G-Eazy.
Definitely walking out to Schoolboy Q. I'm mad I can't think of the song. He's got so many like that. It just makes you want to do something.
I'm walking out to the Logic. I'm walking out to the Logic 1-800 song.
I just want to die today. Yeah, I'm definitely not betting on that guy.
Tukey knows possibly. Tukey knows.
Tukey knows.
Tukey knows is
Or you know
fine.
what else is too?
Ride Out though.
Annie up. Annie up. Getting up there.
Francis J. Fox is mad you don't know who Joe C is.
Get him.
Anything DMX too also. Like Rough Riders. Like that's just a classic to walk out to.
Yeah. That'd be a good one too.
Or Tupac.
All right, let me tell you guys about Hamlin Pub.
Hit 'em up would be mine for sure.
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted a bar where
That's
you're a
wild.
regular? We have just the place for you. Head to one of Hamlin Pub's 7 locations and experience where everyone's a regular.
Ooh, Zeppelin.
They have all kinds of deals. They have half-off pizza on Tuesdays and specials during all football games and all Detroit sports games. So make sure you check out Hamlin Pub, experience your new favorite pub for all things sports, and be treated like where everyone's a regular.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
All of my love.
Yes. Is it? Join us with Long Drink and Woodward Sports live on every single game day in Eastern Market Shed number 5 from the start time to game time. They got shuttles. They got free drinks because you're going to need to shut off to the free drinks and free food. Make sure you guys stop by. Entertainment included as well. Purchase your tickets today at bullseyeeventgroup.com or for a chance to get them for free, DM Lions VIP to Woodward Sports IG.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Oh, man.
I'll walk out to that one.
I just thought of another one. 95 South, the intro to off season by Cole. That one. That'd be a hell of a walkout.
Sometimes that slow paced stuff is like scary though.
Middle Child would be a cool walkout.
Middle Child.
Ethan's been counting me out. I'm counting my bullets. I'm loading my clips. I'm writing down names. I'm making a list. I'm checking it twice and I'm getting them hit. Doing midnight. The fake ones are lit. The game is balanced. I'm back on my shit.
Copyright.
That's a banger.
Yeah, no, that's a banger.
Wallamat.
But the
back.
95 South has the Put Your Hood Up sample in it too, which goes crazy. Yeah.
Stick.
Stop backing like a bitch, but your hood up.
Stick from the Dream
Stick.
Dog.
Oh man, that would go crazy.
Stick. Just getting funky.
Or some X.
Yeah.
He didn't want to throw fuck. Anyway, welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com.
DNC said Moonlight by X.
Moonlight.
Throw everybody off in the arena.
Oh, God, some Michael Jackson.
No ordinary loves Sade.
Hit the like button, 5-star if you know our podcast platforms. I'm easy at Spin More Racks, Young Chris. Tailgate wins, a.k.a. Detroit Mario in the building. We talked about the Detroit Lions offense. I think we all have high expectations of them. The defense, though. That's where, I'm not going to say everybody, but there's some folk out there. Shout out to my guy Paul Thomas. Want that man to have a job. Dr. Clapping Cheeks wants that man to have a job. Is this a game where he has to dominate? Because this is an offense that hasn't really shown you much all year.
Mm-hmm.
Despite having receiver top 3, last year's number 1 rusher. How do you feel about the defense in this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, the defense is going to have to step up for sure. They got a lot of weapons, a lot of different guys that can take advantage of you in different spots. No Dwight Howard. Like, we talked about Devontae Adams. We've talked about Josh Jacobs, but you also mentioned Jacoby Myers, who's had a very, very good year. I mentioned Michael Mayer earlier. Like, he's a very solid player. So there's a lot of guys you got to keep your eyes out for, and you got to keep, guys that you have to make sure don't hurt you, and you know where they are on the field at all times, because although Jimmy Garoppolo is Jimmy Garoppolo, he's still a solid quarterback and can get the ball out to his playmakers if he's got time back there. But we did have comments from Aaron Glenn on what he expects.
Sir.
And they're right here.
Maybe not indicative of the challenge this week?
To me, I'm looking at the players more than the numbers. They have a running back that led the league in rushing. They have a receiver that's an all-pro. They have a quarterback. Now, you do look at this. You look at his record as far as wins and losses. It's pretty damn good. They have another receiver in Myers, who I think is very underrated. He kind of reminds me of St. Brown because they use him a lot as far as going to dig these guys out and block. And then his body control and his way to his ability to catch in traffic. They have a tight end that they drafted high, who our players know this player, and he put up a lot of yardage on one of our players in a bowl game, So you just look at all that, then you look at exactly how they play. When you take a look at this O-line, man, they're gritty, they're tough, they're gonna run the ball. So I think I damn near just went over their whole offense, lets you know exactly who they have. So this is, this. It doesn't matter. And there's no cakewalks, man. This is going to be a tough game for us. All right, but I will tell you this: our guys will be ready for it. I do know that.
Specifically.
Yeah, he's gonna have these guys ready. Like he is embarrassed off of what happened in Baltimore. You can believe that. He's gonna have these guys humming. They're gonna be dialed into what the Raiders do and what the Raiders do well, and they're gonna try to shut that off. So I'm excited to see how both sides of the ball bounce back. But the one thing that I mentioned earlier is like Jimmy Garoppolo is not Lamar Jackson. He is not going to be evading these pressures. He's not going to be sidestepping guys, breaking off, making things happen. He's a little mobile. Like he's more mobile than Jared Goff, but he is not a threat. He's not scary in the pocket. So you need to go out there and you need to get pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo and you need to get him to the ground.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about this this offense because you look at the resume of Mike or Josh Daniels, and it is that of an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
That of the offensive coordinator of one Tom Brady, and he just can't seem to get anything going with this guy Jimmy G. It's almost like when you pay a mid quarterback a lot of money, it's just a bad idea to do. But you're dealing with it now with Jimmy G. He has more interceptions on the year than he does touchdowns. Maybe he has something to prove in here, but again, he's coming in banged up. He didn't play last week. The injury he's dealing with is a back injury, which is one that's going to mess you up pretty good. They can't decide on who they want at the backup quarterback spot. I think Brian Hoyer performed a little bit better than Aiden O'Connell myself personally, but like I would love for one of those guys to come into the game a little bit cold, as like not expecting to be the starter or not expecting to get PT because Jimmy G has to leave early. But I am not that concerned about this offense. And I know they have a playmaker, Devontae Adams. I know what Jacoby Myers offers you as a touchdown scorer, but I think. I mean, you hear the way AG speaks. He's very, like I said earlier, just cutthroat. And I think that message is going to resonate with his defense that just felt cutthroat either way, getting embarrassed the way they did by a now MVP candidate, Lamar Jackson. Nobody was really talking. I mean, the Vegas had him up there over Goff, but nobody was really talking him as MVP this year up until the Detroit Lions game. And now he is, in my opinion, probably the favorite to win it, to continue that going. But he didn't look that way up until they went against us. So I think these guys they're embarrassed. They're hungry. the things I think when Dan Campbell was referring to, we put things on tape that kind of expose like our weaknesses. I think a lot of those come more so from that offensive side of the ball than it comes from the defensive side of the ball. Because defense, as long as you execute, like you're going to be there. Your job is to be a game wrecker. It's kind of like you could game plan for Max Crosby or Aiden Hutchinson, but they're there to fuck that game plan up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're planning on scoring touchdowns, but like when you have a guy like that, you get to then change your game plan to protecting those touchdown runs or whatever the hell you try and do around not allowing him to mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think those guys will be hungry. Aiden too, man, because he's been mentioned amongst the elite, which I think is deservingly so at this point now after that interception on top of like the sack numbers he's had. But the sack numbers kind of grew quiet. And he got to Lamar a couple times, and I just know he's pissed off about it. Hearing him speak, and this has nothing to do with sack specifically, but just like who he is as a human being. The reason why he tried running that ball back against the Panthers because he told himself, I'm running a damn ball back for a touchdown like in my career.
Yeah.
The few times he had a ball in his hands, that's what he thought. He's I'm running these back for a touchdown. And like just the way he said it, it resonated with me that he meant that. He's a man on the mission. It's like when I used to sounds crazy, but I hype myself up about like pursuing this type of career. It's like I don't wish this would happen. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna make this shit happen.
Yeah.
And that's the way Hutchinson spoke that was like into existence. So I know that defense side of the ball. Jack Campbell's another one of those human beings too. AG was speaking of him and how pissed off he was in his performance. Those are the type of humans. And that's why that's a Dan Campbell guy.
Yeah.
Obviously, you draft them, they get pissed off and they lose, and they're going to give you everything they got and get better every time they do take an L.
I expect a big game out of Aiden Hutchinson. I expect him to get back there. And like I said, it's not Lamar Jackson. It's Jimmy fucking Garoppolo. So you get back there, you put some pressure on him, you get a hand on him, you're going to be able to get him to the ground. Hutch is going to be pissed. I know that whole defense is going to be pissed based off of the performance they had. AG's probably been drilling it in their heads all week that that can't happen again. You're better than that. And it's not like the Raiders' offensive line is anything, too crazy. They've got pieces, but it's nothing that you could be scared of. So these guys are going to go out there. I expect Aiden Hutchinson to have a big day. I expect more than one sack out of him alone.
Nick?
Yeah, one of the players I want to key in this game. I know we are all very interested in trading for a DN to help this team. But a guy that's on this team and a guy that we used a second-round pick for that came back from injury is Josh Pascal. That's who we have right now going into this game. We haven't traded for anybody yet. Josh Pascal needs to help Aiden Hutchinson out on the other side. I believe he has the utmost potential to do so. And I think he's a great person, but he's got to really produce on the field for this team. Josh Pascal, big game.
That's a good name. That's one I do like to hear. I forgot he's back now. I believe the Ravens game was the first game back from the IR, and he's a guy expected to make an impact too. I don't know if it'll be like any particular impact plays outside the run game, but I think even just his presence commanding double teams, opening things up for Aiden Hutchinson that we've been asking for all season long.
Yeah.
I think he's that type of guy for you. John Kaminsky grew quiet after week 1 too.
John Kaminsky hasn't done much, but yeah, you're right with the Josh Pascal. He's a versatile guy. You can move him around, put him in different spots. I know AG likes that NASCAR package where you can put him at defensive end, you can put him at defensive tackle. Doesn't matter where he's at, he's going to get pressure. And that's a guy who they had a lot of hope for coming into this season. They expected him to have a big season. He was tearing shit up in camp. And obviously he went, he had a setback with the injury, but now he's back. I expect to see some things out of him.
Yeah, another thing too, another thing I want to put out there, I want to see my guy Brian Branch. And I can't even call him my guy because I didn't know he'd be this, but
yeah,
a guy that I've grown to love, Brian Branch, excel himself back into that defensive rookie of the year candidacy that he was growing there before the injury.
I want it.
He's another guy too that did get embarrassed.
Yeah,
he also has there's an individual matchup I know he's looking for, and it's the Michael Mayer one too. Because as we spoke to earlier, as you heard AG said, that he got cooked in the bowl game he played against him. So I know he's got a little extra motivation on top of getting the touchdown scored on him by Nelson Aguilar of all human beings. Aguilar. Which again, Aguilar's respectable. You just don't
and
have
again, I'm
hands
not
like
putting
that.
that on Branch, man. He literally had 10 seconds to.
But
throw
he's
that
putting
ball.
it on himself. Is what I'm saying. And it's just like we talked about wanting some dogs in here. And like versus the Dan Campbell guys to mix it up a little bit, but the Dan Campbell guys we got, I gotta admit, we do love them for those characteristics. Like they're gonna take those L's with a grain of salt, and it's gonna piss them off. And Brian Branch is not just like a damn good player; he's also a head hunter. We see him smack a couple guys, even a couple of Thunder's guys too, like Tyler Algier. So he's one I'm excited to watch boom in this game
for sure. It's gonna be a fun game to watch. I do expect the Lions to go out there and dominate the Raiders. So let's see what happens on Monday. But first, let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone, where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work out on their fitness goal. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full body workout workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by, and there are more than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer at Academy Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new field house. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, learning street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Holton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Burgers and chicken sandwiches are taking over at Big Boy. Try our new pretzel bacon cheeseburger. Turn up the heat with Bob's Hot Chicken Sandwich. Upgrade those regular fries with our chili cheese fries or loaded baked potato fries. Hit your sweet tooth with funnel cake fries or Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake. Load up on all your favorites today at Big Boy.
When it comes to your pet, don't settle. Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. 13 Metro Detroit locations, over 60 brands of food, lowest prices, and curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best at www.premierpetsupply.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights live on WorldSports.com. I'm your boy Easy Joe. My guys from Rax.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JB who's gone. We got Detroit Mario in the building. Nicholas Koloff, aka Tailgate Wins.
Let's go.
You guys don't know, Nick has his own YouTube page where he sits and reviews new albums, new rock albums. He just drinks a lot of Mountain Dew and Bud Light, and you just watch him review the latest rock albums.
Yeah, he does it shirtless because he's got a full chest tattoo of Kid Rock.
Absolutely, and he's got for some reason, just like a Chevrolet symbol shaved into his chest hair too. Yeah. It's pretty sweet. Make sure you guys check it out. It's called Tailgate Wins. Heavyweights. It's a show we're watching. There's a heavyweight on the team that
we're watching.
I was excited for. We're not watching. You're watching. Thanks for watching and or listening. Like button, 5-star review. But there's a heavyweight that hasn't been active at all this entire season. Spinny.
He's not played a snap.
I found his name.
I don't even know if he's been fucking dressed.
He does run around naked quite a bit. His stomach hangs over the penile area.
Yeah.
So he can do that. But Broderick Martin.
Yes.
Absent from the stat sheet, absent from the field, absent from our hearts. Our first day of pads, we were there, Spinny. He laid the first hit.
He looked good.
The first boom.
Yes.
It echoed across Allen Park.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Broderick Martin. He was a third-round pick. They traded up to get him. They need interior defensive line help, and he has not been active for games. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if it's a weight thing, if it's an injury thing, but he has not played a snap yet so far this season, and I feel like nobody's fucking talked about it. Nobody's asked where he's at. Nobody's said anything. No updates about him. Like, where is Broderick Martin? We got to make shirts. Easy. Make a shirt. Like, missing in action. Broderick Martin. Like, where is this guy at? He was obviously highly thought of by Brad Holmes and this, staff because they traded up picks to get him, and he hasn't stepped on the field. He hasn't sniffed any competition. I liked what I saw out of him in camp. We both liked what we saw out of him in camp.
Yeah.
Like, where is this guy?
There's that saying that winning cures all. If it weren't for these, because notice we're coming off an L, now it's being discussed. Now there's like a topic on the segment sheet, but it's a legitimate question. I mean, the reason why I feel so, if I'm not mistaken, Nick, Spinny, if you guys correct me in the chat too, didn't they trade up for this pick?
Yes.
Didn't they trade up to grab Broderick Martin? And now he's not even active on the squad at a position that we're now talking about like trading for, like acquiring. We heard discussion about Jonathan Allen. I heard Jeffrey Simmons' name come up. I'm talking about in season. I know we're talking about off season, but I'm talking about in season discussion about acquiring a Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah.
It's a little bit concerning as like just a pick. I'm not concerned in Brad Holmes at all, but the pick in itself, I am a little bit concerned. Nick?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the track record here for defensive tackles, you think about the second rounder, Levi Onwuzurike, basically a no-show. Trade up for the third rounder, Broderick Martin, absolute no-show. We really need to see what this guy's got, honestly, because we need that defensive tackle presence to pair with Aleem McNeil so it doesn't fall all on him and Bugs. Broderick Martin, 6'5", 320. Like, put that big body in there, see what he can do. Like you guys said, you saw him first day of practice and he absolutely smacked somebody. Like, what happened? Like, I'm going to have Broder ask a question on it or something because it's a great point.
It's concerning. It's crazy, too. Like, the guy that's calling the shots is allegedly the guy who was pounding his fist on the table for, quite honestly, the best defensive tackle of all time in Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
So it's like, how is he having this many misses here in Detroit where he's calling the shots and he's able to, like, to pick the guys right away? It just, I don't know. It's befuddling. I love making up words. I think that's a win, though.
Befuddling.
Did I use it correctly?
It's a confusing situation.
Are you befuddled?
Like I said, I'm befuddled. I'm perplexed. I'm bamboozled. Like, they don't have any information out about this guy. They haven't said anything about him. I haven't seen anything said about him. I don't know where the fuck he is, but he's always on the inactive list. Is it because he's out of shape? Is it because he's not ready? Like, what's going on here?
But that's the thing. Is like, I feel like you acquired those things just yourself watching the tape on him. He went to like a lower Western Kentucky, which isn't like a well-known school. Are they the ones that had the freaking grimace on their helmets? Was that them?
No, they're the Hilltoppers.
They had the chicken nugget or whatever it was. But either way,
it's where Bailey Zappi went.
I don't know, man. It's not a good look, I guess, for Broderick Martin. And honestly, I guess like Nick said, when you start stacking things up, when it comes to that position specifically, outside of Aleem McNeil, Brad's been whiffing on him.
Yes.
On these defensive tackles, man.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's a third-round pick that you traded up for. It would be different if this guy was a fifth-round pick.
It'd be different if he played a fucking snap yet. Like, we haven't seen him in a goddamn uniform.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me he's like worse than what Benito Jones is giving us. Like, he's that big.
Hold on. Benito's been straight. Don't disrespect Benito.
He's not been bad or anything, he's not been amazing. Like, this is a guy you had high hopes for. He is a massive human being. At the very least, he's going to clog up 2 run lanes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on with. I don't know if he's injured. I don't know if he's not in shape.
He's not injured.
Yeah.
They're healthy because you have to report the injury list. Sometimes you check those injury lists. There's a couple names in there like who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, when did this guy get on the team? And like, it's I don't know. I really don't know what it is. It's not a good sign. I had to come out and admit, like, that's a guy that I was high on.
Yeah.
And a guy that I may have to just lose faith in altogether. But when you watch the tape, he did look raw. But what made him a third-round pick? Is this? I don't even want to bring this up, and maybe I'll knock a wood. I don't know if that helps the comparison at all. But it feels somewhat reminiscent of when Bob Quinn drafted Tavai.
Yeah.
July Tavai. And everyone was kind of scratching their heads because, I mean, Broderick Martin, big boy, but again, when we watched the tape, he was standing straight up. Like, you can't. You learn that in high school, not to do that. At the high school level, and at some point, I had to come to grips like, okay, well, he's standing straight up and he's not moving, so maybe that's what it is. He's just there, like, fill gaps and fill space. But at the NFL level, obviously, he's not. What school did he go to, Nick? Do you know?
Yeah, I had it up. Give me one sec. Western Kentucky.
Oh, so it was Western Kentucky. Yeah, like, it's not like
Hilltoppers.
It's not like at the NFL level, you're not facing Western Kentucky competition. That's one of the schools' Michigan schedules. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. So I don't know, man. It's definitely one to be concerned about. I guess you let it spill into Brad Holmes' evaluation of defensive tackles, though.
Like Wilson said, Spencer Martin's not playing because Aleem, Bugs, and Benito are playing well. We're not going to have 4 defensive tackles on game day.
Bro, he's a third-round pick.
If a guy you traded up to draft in the 3rd round is being outplayed by Benito Jones, again, no disrespect to Benito Jones. He's playing. He's doing his role. He's doing his job. He looks solid out there when he's out there. But you traded up to get this guy in the 3rd round. If he can't outplay Benito Jones, that is an L.
No doubt on that, Spencer. And there's like a big difference here with James Houston. Last year, I believe he made his first appearance in the 11th game of the year. But the difference is he is a 6th round pick.
Yeah.
Like, you traded up for Broderick Martin. He better get some snaps, honestly, soon here, or else it is very concerning.
On high bust alert. But again, pause. But winning cures all. The Detroit Lions. It's kind of like the Jameer Gibbs thing. Is like you wanted to be pissed off and impatient about, but at that time, the Detroit Lions were whooping ass, taking names, so you couldn't be too upset about it. I think J-Mo, I mean, that's maybe a name you guys want to discuss too. I mean, obviously, I think Broderick, there's not much to say on it. You know, Nick, you have to get on Broder's ass about that and just get the answer for it. What is it this kid needs to work on that he's not seeing the field? Because you drafted him in the 3rd round. And referring to Detroit Dabber and Spinney, you moved up to draft him in the 3rd round. My question for you guys, I know we talked a little about the offense earlier, but Jameson Williams and his, I don't even know, chemistry, I guess. I want to say a different word, but chemistry with Jared Goff, that's obviously still developing too. Where you at with that front? So we're talking about guys we're kind of disappointed in. I know we talked about it over the show, ranking the game, but
I mean, J-Mo's for sure been disappointing. I mean, there's no other way around it. But I still have faith in J-Mo and Goff. I mean, like Spencer said earlier, it's a home run hitter. Like, it kind of reminds me of Chris Davis, the way this dude strikes out sometimes. I don't know if people pick up on that reference there, but I think this is a big game for Jameson Williams. I said it earlier, I'm going to say it again. This is a big game for the confidence of J-Mo and Goff together, where Goff can start to trust him on some of those deep balls and some slant routes. Get him the ball early. That's what I say about J-Mo and Goff.
Yeah. Chris?
So I want to, going off of what you're saying, I think it poses in my mind an interesting question of the players that you would deem disappointing so far for Detroit. Who is most... not likely to turn around, but who would be most important? Would it be Broderick Martin stepping up and helping and giving that defensive line more help, or would it be J-Mo and what he brings to the game offensively and schematically what he does? Which to you would be more important for this Lions team? Which one of those?
I think in
around?
terms of importance, I mean, the way that we're talking about trading for Jonathan Allen, like. I think the right answer is Broderick, but you just don't have that expectation of him. He's not even active on the roster, so like it's not fair to even put those type of expectations on him.
We can't say he's underperforming because he hasn't performed. He hasn't gotten a chance to perform.
Fair. And I saw a couple comments. I know you said something a little bit earlier too, but like I mean, Josh Pascal is one that goes inside every once in a while. John Kaminsky's one of those two. I guess that does start to make a little bit more sense. But again, I guess just I don't like that you made the 3rd round investment in the kid, and he's not literally doing dick. I will say this though, Nick had a random hot take. I want the hot take I came up with in the shower today.
Do I? I don't know.
It ain't that small from up here. No.
Looks pretty good from this angle.
It looks pretty good from here. No, I think in 3 weeks' time, and this is not like a shot at Jared Goff, but I think you start seeing some I think Hendon will be activated to the roster, and you start seeing those tush pushes. Because we're talking about 3rd round picks. I know this is like out of the blue, but I'm starting I want to see him in those like freaky plays. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like designed specifically for him and his athletic ability.
I don't know if they're going to
at least not
activate
that
him and put him in a tush push coming off of ACL.
You can't ruin the future.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good
I'm not
idea.
going
He will be
to. So
activated.
quit asking.
Yeah, quit asking. I think he'll be activated and maybe implemented.
Easy. I think it's a pipe dream.
Go ahead. Tell me why.
Because he's coming off an ACL injury. I think this is a redshirt year. Maybe he gets the chance in Week 18 if it's not for anything, that home game against the Vikings. But I don't think he's going to be seeing in-game action like mid-season here.
I'm not talking like as a starter or anything like that. I'm talking about like every once in a while you see Taysom Hill and
I highly
freaky.
doubt he gets any role at all unless it is the final game of the season. They got the division wrapped up.
Well, I'm telling y'all. Week 11. Don't be surprised. 4th and 1. You see number 12 trotting out there with his long legs. And he's looking across some boys in the huddle, and he's saying,
Jared
boys.
Goff's 6'4", isn't he? Like, if you're going to tush push, just use him.
We got to go get this one. Obviously, that pasty, weak arm son of a bitch over there ain't going to do it for you. So they called in me, Slender Man, the big guns. And we're going to get this 1-yard run.
I want it.
Bench. I'm just letting you know. I'm putting it in there.
I don't think tush pushing him would be a good idea coming off of an ACL injury.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad idea at all. Spinny, football is what they do. ACL ain't got nothing to do with it.
Don't risk the future.
I ain't risking the future. You're going to be on the bench this year anyway up until week 18.
Well, let me tell you about Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and no Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And, of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out of here, Hendon Hooker. Save your ACL.
And let them know Woodward Sports.
Don't do it.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Dispo is where I visited before I came up with that Hendon Hooker pick, and if you guys want to be just as high as that, you got to go too. You got to be 21 and up to be there, but they're there till midnight, so if your birthday strikes on the clock, you just might get lucky and sneak in there. Make sure you stop by Dispo. They're your local cannabis plug with over 12 locations across the great state. There's one in your backyard. Visit disposhops.com, and they'll deliver it to you. Maybe Dispo will send JB. What up, though? Welcome. What?
Send them.
Send them. Send them. Send them. Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Easy Joe, my guy Spimo Rex, Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff. That might be the worst idea ever thought of in the shower. Yes, including the ShamWow.
Hey, the ShamWow is cold.
Did you guys know the guy?
Yeah, he got arrested for beating up a hooker.
Yeah. He had that sauce, though. He was great. He's like second to the one salesman who
the Billy Mays here. Billy Mays.
He died of a coke overdose.
Billy Mays?
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he had a heart attack
from
too much in his system.
Can we confirm that, Nick?
I can try, but he seemed pretty fired up off the white.
Billy Mays here.
It would not surprise me if Billy Mays.
Did he used to be on Family Feud?
How do you get that excited about cleaning products if you're not, off something?
It says heart problems.
Yeah.
It was not caused by heart trauma, but rather a heart problem.
But it wasn't the toxicology report that they found a lot of it in his system.
Cocaine, use caused or contributed to development of a heart disease.
Wow. Richard Karn, this guy who hosted Family Feud. He
Billy
looks
Mays
just like
here,
Billy
the
Mays.
brand new,
the
Mighty Bandit.
I'm telling you,
Rip.
Telling you about that Hendon Hooker though. Week 12, week 11.
Stop.
I'll push it back to week 14. That's all right. I was told to stop when I told Jay Knob he's coming off the bench because him and Kelly just don't miss. Now guess what's happening?
So you have a quarterback you drafted in the 3rd round, and you want his first snap in the NFL coming off of an ACL tear to be a rugby scrum.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he can do it.
That doesn't concern you.
He's a mobile. No, it does not. It's gonna be a year from the ACL injury at that point. Yeah. This is what he does. Why are you guys acting scared? It's like when Dan Campbell put J-Mo on those punt returns. It's football, guys. What do you want me to wrap him up? Just keep him bubble wrap and just let him sit there?
Seems like an unnecessary risk to me.
Not unnecessary at all.
Isn't Jared Goff 6'4"?
Jared Goff ain't Hendon Hooker, brother. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
He can't get pushed from behind. Pause.
No, I want a mobile guy in there. Why? Also,
what does it matter if it's mobile? If it's literally just falling forward and
because
getting pushed?
It's not just falling forward. One of the reasons why Jalen Hurts is an amazing guy. The guy squats like 400 pounds.
Yeah, that is true.
He's a fucking beast. This Hendon Hooker's got the rush, and he's got it. Put the shoulder down. He's done it before. He's got the experience, if you will. I always wondered this though. Now, whenever when they're going to start changing things up, why is she smiling at me deviously? I hate that. Maybe someone across from her. I don't know. But why aren't they putting like running backs in or tight ends? You know what I'm saying? If Taysom Hill could just spot up and play quarterback randomly, why can't I just put in Sam Laporta and run a tush push with him?
Who says you can't?
Well, I'm just saying, why aren't we seeing these things?
Hutch could be dominant.
We have you keep wanting to put Hutch in the offensive side of the ball.
That was the first time I've ever said that on air.
There was somebody.
No way.
I think
that was not me.
Yeah, you talking about see him at tight end.
Yeah, you definitely said that.
Yeah. You said he has a tight end. That's right.
Oh my God.
Might be Riley Reid. Come on, pinch him.
Why not use Broderick Martin for a tush push?
Flip a dime off that motherfucker. What?
Use Broderick Martin for a tush push.
Because no one can find him. We're still looking for him. He's on the back of a fucking
lost at sea
milk
with
carton. Yeah. Jeez Louise. But I'm curious about that. You know what? I'm gonna get Broder sick so I can fill in for him for questions one day. I gotta ask these things.
Hurt squat 600, says DNC.
No way. Hey, no way. Her squat 600 pounds. You know, that's insane.
I squatted 565 in high school.
Yeah, I guess Hurt's pretty thick. Thick down low.
Yeah.
Hey, no, Aid Hudson says Nick, but I don't know.
I squatted 565 and I deadlifted 515.
I remember like I thought Javon Ringer was going to be a thing. Remember he played for Michigan State? By the way, were you a Michigan State guy growing up? Because the whole household was Michigan. Were you a Michigan fan growing up?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
I didn't really pick an allegiance until I went there.
Did you
Spenny's smiling over here.
Huh?
So you're smiling over here when you said that.
No, I didn't really pick an allegiance.
You can stop me if you want. I don't want to expose you or anything.
No,
like
that's fine.
Did you own Michigan gear?
Yeah.
Nice.
I own Michigan gear. I own State gear.
And right when you signed the letter to go over there, just broke everything off at that point, or what?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Did you ever come across any Michigan fans attending Michigan State?
I always had more fun at Michigan State. I'll go up to Michigan State for all the time, like for high school and shit like that. That's when I really became a Michigan State fan, was in high school, because I started going up there, having a good time. A lot of my friends went there.
Michigan State's a blast. I mean, the best,
so
honestly.
In like middle school and shit, yeah, it didn't really matter. But
Central Michigan.
I've never been to Central.
I've never been.
Central
you
was
missed
fun.
out. Central's the most fun.
Yeah. I don't know. I had a great time at State.
Yeah, State was the move.
State's fun too. Central is just.
I used to go up to Michigan because my brothers would be there.
Yeah.
My brothers went there, and like, shit was whack. Like,
This is
a bunch of nerds.
This is how you know State had the juice, because Central Michigan
had the what?
This is how you know State had the juice, because Central Michigan.
I thought he said something else. I was like, bro, whoa. I was like, where the fuck were you going with this, Chris?
You're wild. You're wild. This is how you know
all those guys go to Michigan. What are you talking about? I'm just kidding.
State had people from CMU coming down for Halloween weekend. Like Halloween
CMU
weekend
had people from State coming down.
Not for Halloween weekend though. Halloween weekend was always State.
Chris, are you gatekeeping Halloween weekend?
No, I'm not gatekeeping anything. I'm just saying that's how you know, because Central was a good party school.
Nobody's going from State to Central on Halloween weekend.
Yeah, I've been there.
I'll tell you that.
Maybe it wasn't Halloween.
It's not.
I remember one time I was with my boy Jesse up at State.
I just never went.
And one of our friends at the time was like trying to join like a frat, and
that shit, that's the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah, he ended up
Paying
quitting.
to have friends.
Yeah, but we're chilling at State, doing whatever. And our boy Pat hits us up, and he goes to Central Michigan. He's like, "Yo, I'm here. Like, what's up? What are you guys doing?" We're like, what the fuck are you doing here? He's like, "Oh, I had to steal this garden gnome for the fraternity." I was like,
"Yeah,
what?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm in town because I just steal this garden gnome." You drove here to steal a fucking garden gnome?
Yeah.
Like, I think we clowned him pretty hard, obviously, for that. I think that might have been the reason why he dropped. Shout out to Pat. Project P.
That's why he dropped out?
No, not the guy. I mean, not dropped out of school.
Oh.
He dropped out of school because of money.
Yeah.
Oh.
We've all been there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but Roger Martin, he sucks, right, boys?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Would love to see him.
I was hoping you had the actual Pistons take, because we have an actual Pistons topic on here. And we'll probably spread it between a couple topics. But Pistons versus Hornets tonight.
Oh, Spenny didn't get a bid, so Detroit Dabber. Didn't even try.
Bro, did not.
Yeah.
In the slightest.
What?
I already had friends. I didn't have to pay for something.
Actually,
how do you get a bid?
Technically,
no idea.
Technically, I was in a frat my last semester.
Hell yeah, just for Rush Week, right?
It's just for Rush Week.
Just for the elephant walks?
Yeah, just the elephant walks, and then after that it was just boring. What do? You just sit there and chill. But no, it was because my boy, it's actually how we got kicked out of the IM basketball league. So my boy was there, and he like wanted to start a like fraternity, like a charter at Michigan State. And so like he like legally filed all the paperwork and everything, but they didn't accept us. So he was asking me, he was like, hey, you want to do like he was like, you want to be a part of it? I'm like, sure. You know, I'll just go to his house anyways and chill. It's no different. And then we do the IM basketball league. He registered us for the fraternity league, and we were smacking everybody by 50 points every single game. And then literally come playoff time, somebody alerted them that we weren't a real fraternity. So like we had to drop out of the IM basketball championship.
Damn,
it was whack.
That sucks. I won an IM basketball championship.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
You got one because Chris was out there lurking the post.
Facts. No, we weren't in the fraternity league. We were in the straight up.
Yeah.
We were in D3, and we should have been D2 because we were clapping everybody in D3 about like 50 points. But if we were going up against like the computer science team and shit, like it was so funny. We were just dominating kids. But we'd like, you know, you get there before your game starts, and there are other IM games going, and like the Division I guys are like former like state basketball players, and like former, like not Michigan State, but like guys that made states in high school, and like football players for Michigan State, and they're throwing like oops off the backboard and shit. I was like, damn.
Yeah. And it's like practice squad guys and stuff too. Like it's a whole different level.
Well,
I remember I went to
you don't care.
The
numbers dropping.
You're the one who started this conversation. Go do what you want to do.
No, go ahead.
No, you're good.
What was it?
Nothing. I forgot.
I just wanted to be a dick. Cool.
What do you want to talk about?
Really proud of you for that chip. I was going to talk Pistons.
Oh, let's talk about a garden gnome.
Yeah, that was over.
Cade Cunningham, boys.
Thank you.
Absolute first all-star bid this year. That's my hot take for the year. I was saying it all offseason. Cade Cunningham has to be an absolute superstar for this Detroit Pistons team if we want to be somewhat relevant and see what this rebuild is all about. He's got to be that star. Cade Cunningham makes his first all-star game. He stays hot tonight in Charlotte.
Goes back to two-shot. We're fighting.
Yeah. The ski mask boy has this blaring on his Bluetooth. Arrest this guy. Yeah. He's got drugs in the car.
I have cocaine. I have cocaine, everyone.
He's got somebody locked in the trunk.
My ex-wife is in the trunk right now. Yeah. Just drink a fifth of vodka. Dare me to drive?
Yeah. No, I expect a big game out of Cade. I expect a big game out of the Pistons. I
expect an all-star.
Do I expect an all-star?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be tough. There's a lot of good guards in the East.
Dame's in the East now, too?
Yeah, there's a lot of good guards in the East.
Because he kind of is playing with...
Kyrie went west, though.
Low-key was playing off-ball. You think he goes in as a shooting guard or point guard?
It's just guards, forwards, and center.
How do you guys feel about them going back to East versus West? I
like it.
I like it because the league finally feels like balanced. Like one conference, like the Western Conference is better than the Eastern Conference, but overall talent is pretty, like the NBA itself is just super talented. Like you're looking at these teams like Charlotte, Washington, like they actually have guys that like you don't mind watching. And that was never the case for like the bottom teams of the NBA. So I'm cool with it. I'm cool with going back to East and West. I like it. I like the history, the tradition of it. So I'm good with it.
That's the one thing I'm happy about having Cade back is like even if this is like a losing season, I'm at least going to be entertained, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm at least going to see some 30-point games, triple doubles possibly, guys getting murked
tonight.
Yeah, hopefully I got him in for a double. Huh?
Cash the bets.
Yes, sir.
When we come back, I do want to start with the Detroit Pistons starting lineup because obviously Killian got the start last time. Wasn't in love with it. Wasn't in love with the outcome because of it. They said, "Oh, is it coming back out?"
No, I wonder if the starting lineup's been released yet.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, talking Detroit Pistons. Anything else you guys will talk about? Make sure you put it in the comment section. I see Spain typing in "I am basketball league." I'm just kidding. Mark White. Whether you're buying or selling real estate, make sure you guys visit Mark White because the control and flexibility of the sales process is key. Mark White offers a minute-by-minute listing agreement where you cancel your listing agreement for any time with no penalty at all whatsoever. Give him a call today at 248-290-8242. MarkWhiteSells.com.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford today. Find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, find new roads.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
And at the Academy of Warren, they have a brand new state-of-the-art Sports Dome Fieldhouse as a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field. Also can be used for 7-on-7 football. K through 8 that features AM and PM latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, and K through 8 athletics. They are now accepting new enrollment. Go to theacademyofwarren.net.
What up? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm your boy Easy Joe, my guy Spinball Rex. You know,
what
Chris, JB Food's gone. We got Nick this Koloff, who during the break was getting a little chirpy with Chris.
Yeah.
Said you're not deserving of your position and title in this company.
He is the NBA savant, and I came at him. So
No,
I just said I didn't like Cade at number 50 on his top 50 list. That's all I said.
Yeah, how you feeling after that 30-point performance? You still got Cade at number 50?
Still got him below Evan Mobley?
Evan Mobley? No, he's gonna pass Evan Mobley, not after just one game, but he will this season. Like, he'll pass a lot of these guys, and that's what I had to do with the list. Is I had to be fair. Well, I have all the belief in the world that Cade is a top 30, 35 player right now. I had to give it to other players that played consistently throughout the last 2 seasons. So that's what it was. It's a beginning of the year. It's right now starting the season, and Cade has proven that he's going to climb high up that list. There's going to be a lot of people that will climb high up that list. So to me, it's just a matter of durability and playing while he's there now. Just like with the All-Star game, he's going to have to show it. He's going to have to show it and prove it.
Give me some egregious names you have, just so we can go at you about them.
Okay, I'll pull it up. I got it somewhere in Slack. Give me a second. I'll pull it up.
Cade number 50 just feels disrespectful, Nick.
Wait, hold on. For the record, though, ESPN, Bleacher Report.
No. We're talking about you. We're talking about Chris.
Did not have Cade even close to top 50.
Platte.
That's what I'm saying. I had Cade the highest of pretty much any publication. So give me a second here. I'm gonna pull it up for you guys.
Yeah. And I don't want the truth. I don't want you lying, trying to make it seem like you were being more respectful of Cade than you were.
Yeah, no, he's definitely backpedaling now, like prime Dion.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Dion's I wish I was that athletic.
To be as good as he was, and then play baseball too.
Yeah. How do you feel about did you hear about the 5-on-5 tournament?
No.
Or we're like, I don't know. They were telling me about it earlier. There's teams for Woodward. And my team that I'm on, it's me, Griffin, Broder.
That's not fair.
Brady.
That's not fair.
And Booner.
That's not fair.
But the other ones got, I think, Jeff, Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid's the number one threat. We're just going to triple team Kool-Aid the whole time. And I think Noah, because they said Noah used to be able to dunk.
I love Noah. Noah's not dunking.
Gentry and Lucas, I think.
Lucas can't hoop. He'll try hard on defense. I love Flynn.
But I know we're just going to body him in the paint with me, Broder, and Griffin.
Bro, yeah.
Like, we're going to eat him alive in the paint.
Well, the fucked up part is, we played the highlights on this show, I think.
Yeah.
Booner's got a strap.
Booner's got a strap, too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Brady's going to be running point.
Yeah.
We're going to have the triple towers. And Booner's just running around the perimeter.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Now I'm also offended. Nobody asked me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to play a little point guard. Come on now.
Did you?
Yeah, I was backup point guard on varsity.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
We
get Nick.
We had a kid named Cordell who was a baller. He transferred in like freshman year. I was like, I'm never gonna start on varsity.
I know it's like Brucey the longest shot. No, I'll never get to play.
Exactly. That's exactly how I felt. First day we like went 1-on-1. Like when he came in, I was like, I'm the point guard.
Took your ankles.
I got worked.
I was never good, but I gave it my all on defense. God damn it, I was good at defense. Yeah.
The Verona 99 said, Spenny, you playing on the pre-civil rights team? It is true. We're all white guys.
So the other team too. Oh no, they got
Kool-Aid.
All right, I'm starting my own. It's gonna be me, Braylon, Jalen.
No.
Why?
You don't get Braylon.
Yeah, I get Braylon.
No.
I'm the handicap.
Unfair.
How is that unfair?
Because Braylon's dunking.
You have Broder.
Broder might be able to dunk.
Yes, he could dunk. He's a D1 athlete.
Not all D1 athletes can
D1
dunk.
athlete at Michigan. That's big time stuff.
Baseball player. A pitcher too. So how athletic really is he?
It's me.
CC Sabathia was a D1 athlete too, and he's not the most athletic guy out there.
That's fair. That's fair.
No, I love Broder.
Me, Jalen, Braylon, Nick.
Yes, sir. Let me run that point.
And we need a 3.
Chris.
Yeah, let me
Oh, you're not on a team already?
That hoe. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely.
No, I don't even know what the teams are.
Yeah.
All right. Nick, can you shoot?
Not a strong suit. I'm gonna be straight up.
Bro, the funniest thing, can we tell random basketball? Are we telling random basketball stories?
It's going to be 5-on-5 full court, too.
Full court changes things. Changes things.
He's just like, all right, I'm the coach.
He's like, let me get Neil.
I'll be point guard.
I got some speed.
You're going to be point guard?
Yeah.
Easy. I got some speed. I could run the fast break. No cap.
That's what I'm saying. Be running open screens. Nick shooting guard. Jalen 3. Braylon 4. Chris 5.
Braylon should be your 5.
Braylon should be the 5. Like I'm taller, obviously.
Can you shoot?
But Braylon's built. Yeah, I can shoot.
Can you stretch 4?
I can be a stretch 4.
All right. Braylon 5.
I'm following the shit out of Braylon every time he gets in the paint.
All right, you following your back. Just know that.
It's fair.
Yeah.
One time I chest bumped Braylon, I knocked the wind out of me.
Yeah, I know.
Shit blew my mind.
I tried to press him and he hit me with a forearm shiver off the line. Fucking bruised my arms for like 2
bro,
weeks.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm saying. I'm following the shit out of him. I'm like, he's gonna jump up in the air. I'm gonna like kick one of his legs so it goes to the other one.
One of my claims.
We're gonna have Braylon rules, like the Jordan rules. It's gonna be Braylon rules. Now he comes in the paint, he gets fucking put on the ground.
Honestly, I think my team. Will we be 1 seed, Nick? You think if we got Braylon?
Oh, if Braylon,
you got Braylon, you're the 1 seed.
Yeah. T1 athlete, NFL top 3 pick.
You guys are 2 seed.
If you get Braylon, you're the 1 seed.
But I mean, like,
all right, we get D-Mac then.
All right, it's fine. D-Mac
5
probably
extra
sucks
fouls.
at basketball.
5 extra fouls.
Yeah,
that's just
and those
physicality.
Are 5 menacing fouls too. Those are not tic-tac fouls.
He's our fucking Ron Artest out there, bro.
When I was like 12 and the Pistons were getting their ass kicked by the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Championship, I used to want like somebody to come in and like just
clothesline LeBron,
or like Boobie Gibson or Mo, so just stop making those threes. Just fuck him up.
Just kick him in the chest.
Yeah, take it like Mac. take a little 5-game suspension or something like that. Max Steele or somebody.
That's what Braylon's gonna be D-Mac's gonna be our Ron Artest. He's just gonna go out there headhunting. I'm gonna have Bounty Gate. Be like, if you take Braylon out, I'll give you 2 joints.
You gotta give him more than 2 joints. Yeah. He takes out his coffee in the morning.
That's true.
Guy gets down.
Oh, we get Lindsay.
No,
already called it.
No.
Just called it. Just called it.
Just called it. It's
5-on-5. We get Lindsay.
The 5-man teams.
They're subs. They said we're subs.
Well, you picked D-Mac then.
No,
you got D-Mac. We get
Lindsay.
All right, then we get D-Mac.
All right.
And then we have D-Mac follow Lindsay.
That's fine.
All right.
Damn.
We get Lindsay on her. We win.
Damn.
Game over.
I looked up Lindsay's name on YouTube last night to see if our show came up because he's on the show with us all day yesterday. And there's this podcast Rasheed was on. Maybe it was All the Smoke. But he's talking about like one time they're all fucked up after they won the championship and they hopped out the limousine.
Yeah, the club story.
Yeah, nobody had their IDs. And,
Lindsay told that on video.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
He's a dog for that one.
I hear it.
Like, this is my ID.
What happened?
Oh, so yes, they're all kind of wasted, and they pull up in the limo or cabs, whatever it was, and nobody had their IDs because it's been partying all nonstop. And so the guy at security at the club was like, because they're trying to run in there. They just won the championship. And he's like, yo, like, relax. Like, we need ID. And then Lindsay, I guess, tapped Sheed or grabbed Sheed's hand, like put his ring in his face. He's like, you see that? That's our ID.
I love that.
Yeah. Roll through.
That's hype.
Lindsay said they used to do clubs dirty back in those days.
Yeah.
Dude,
Run that bitch, make a ruckus.
Oh, yeah. They could.
Yeah.
I'd allow it.
Yeah, I'm taking Lindsay for sure. We win. Game over.
Damn.
Yeah, that is true as fuck.
Yeah.
True as fuck.
He's an NBA champion. And he's still in great shape.
He's got long-ass arms.
Yeah, he does. And big hands.
Yeah. Yeah, you would win. I try and think of a scenario where we overcome
There's
that.
no chance anyone would win.
Unless we had D-Mac just clotheslining. What do you mean? Just take him out
Play
of
for the
game.
bad boys, bro. You don't think he can fucking take a hit?
It's fair. That's fair. I was watching highlights too. Dude's gripping up Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Young AI.
Yeah, he's ripping up Allen Iverson. Nobody is taking the ball up the court at all. I'm saying, Lindsay, you don't go past half court on defense. We're as a team not going past half court on defense because he is ripping up every single person as soon as they touch the ball.
Literally, you guys can have two cherry picking down the floor already.
You guys get
Lindsay's
one
just
dribble
got-
and then Lindsay's stealing the ball from you.
Yeah, that's tough.
You think I should take the Pistons money line tonight?
I did.
Yeah, why not?
Is it still plus 150?
Let me see what it is.
I want to hit on this real quick. Jalen Duren, 17, 14, and 4 in his first game, 4 assists.
Dog.
That's going to be a key piece.
He had 17?
Yeah, that's going to be a key piece.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
That's a sneaky 17. I thought he had like 14.
He could
Oh,
be
that's-
Cade's
that's
Robin.
soon.
Like, straight up, he could be Cade's
Yeah.
Robin. I know big guys, they're not as valuable as they once were, but if he has 4 assists and he can be a playmaking guy, kind of like the Bam Adebayo role, big things coming for Jalen Duren. He's still 19, if I'm not mistaken. Or he's 20.
He's going to be turned 20 this year. No,
Yeah,
Chris,
I think he's 20.
Oh, yeah, he is 20. Chris was talking about it last night that I think it was Monty was saying that he could be a top 10 player in the league.
Yeah.
Not even saying a top 10 player in the league, which is
insane.
That is insane.
That's high praise.
Sky's
that
the
is
limit.
Very high praise
And-
from a guy who's been around basketball a long time. Monty, former player himself, too.
Troy Weaver's comp for him was Sean Kemp. Like, he, who was a great, top 30 player in the NBA. So, Jalen Duren does have a potential limit. And that's why I'm so glad you asked the question yesterday about defense, Easy.
Yeah.
Because I do think that's the key. If he can get to, if he can get to an elite level defensively, the raw skill set that he has offensively will be good enough to carry him to a top 20, 30 player in the NBA, maybe even top 10 if he really, really rounds out the skill.
MPWMU says Lindsay can't go left.
Yeah,
Lindsay will absolutely dog walk anybody in a 10-mile radius on the ball on the court. Like it's like Brian Scalabrine said. He's closer to LeBron than we are to him.
Yeah. Facts.
It's literal. Yeah.
I got to ask.
That's any basketball player in the NBA can say that, and it's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's the highest level of basketball.
In
And
the
think
world.
about how many people you know that are good at basketball. Like, those guys
Couldn't
are
even
better.
play D1.
Yeah. Some of it, those team, too.
Yeah.
So, some of it's that 5-on-5 shit where,
For sure.
like Lindsay said, like, Killian's going to get the start because he plays defense over, like, Ivy, who obviously knows better offensively than
Lindsay was
than
a
Killian.
dog scoring in college.
Yeah.
He was one of the highest scorers in NCAA when he played in college.
I feel like almost
Jackson State.
outside of like football, almost all sports are like that too. Because DMAC used to put the puck in the
DMAC had I think 56 goals his last season in the
AHL or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a dog. Real
Chris-
quick to Jalen Duren though.
We got to go to break.
What is
gotta go to
elite?
break.
It's all right. We're in the show. Fucking
We still got to do these reads.
yeah, we still do the reads. I don't give a fuck.
All right, yeah, that's fair.
What is elite though? Because I don't know if I think you could be good, borderline great. I don't know if he'll ever be elite because like Lindsay said yesterday, some of it is a mentality. Some of it is like just the want to. You can't always coach that into everybody. I mean, we've saw
I
it with
think
Andre
he's got
Drummond.
the want to. I think he's
to be elite though.
Yeah.
Elite.
Yes. 22 and 14.
Yeah, what makes you think he
22,
does?
No.
14 and
We're
4.
talking about defenders.
what
Though. We're
makes
talking
you
about
think he does
basketball.
it?
Our defense.
Oh, just defense.
Just defense. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I think he showed that he improved his defense. He focused on defense over the summer. The way he was blocking shots in that first game, I expect him to improve. It's all about in the NBA defense, especially for a big. It's about getting your feel for it because it's about rotation. It's about timing. So once he gets into the swing of things and really gets his feet wet in the NBA, his instincts will get better. His timing will get better. And being a shot blocker is like 90% timing.
Any hope for Wiseman?
No, that's done.
Zero hope on all you guys.
Did he even play?
No, he did not.
He did not get a minute.
No, he did not.
No,
NPWMU
he's
said
done.
that maybe Spenny, but he can't go left. I guarantee he can go left against any of us.
Yeah,
Like,
that's for sure.
Maybe not against
He can go
prime.
left, crisscross applesauce. He can go in
Maybe he
direction.
couldn't go left against prime Gary Payton, but I guarantee he can against any of us.
Chris, what do you want to say?
I just wanted to say that when it comes to Duren in the defense, that he has shown improvement, and I think another thing that people are sleeping on is, again, the leadership that Cade brings. Everybody speaks highly of it, not just within the Pistons organization, but outside the Pistons organization, across the league. And Asar Thompson, we talked about his work ethic. Being around guys like that and a coach like Monty Williams, I think even if you necessarily, and I'm not saying he isn't the hardest worker, but those kind of guys, being around those kind of guys, make you want to go that extra mile. And I think that this is a good culture for Jalen Duren to be in too. And so I think that, he will maximize his potential. I have faith in that. What his potential is remains to be seen, but I think he will maximize it here in Detroit. And I also have that top 50 if you guys want to roast that real quick.
We should go to break real
All
fast and then come back. But
yeah,
easy. It's crazy that you took Nick and Chris over Lindsey.
I mean, I
forgot
think
about it.
You forgot
Glorious.
too.
That's true. But I got him on my squad, so tell us about Glorious, Chris.
All right. Glorious Cannabis, just in time for football. Glorious Cannabis is back in ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good. It's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you are missing out. They are so smooth. You can find them at Dispo Dispensary for 25% off using the code Woodward on checkout at gloriouscanna.com.
Glorious! Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays. Join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Your childhood may be over, but Playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for power outdoor equipment sales, service, and parts, carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, Ellis Tractor, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes region with locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Company, your power equipment playground. Nice. What up to everybody? Welcome back. Woodward Heavyweights. Blah, blah, blah. All right, pick them. We forgot to pick them. So we got to get through this fast. Chris,
yeah.
Jets, Giants. Who you got?
Jets.
Nick. Giants. Easy.
Jets.
I am also taking the Jets. All right, Chris. Rams, Cowboys. Who you got?
Cowboys.
Nick.
Where's the game?
I don't know.
Can I make a lock?
That's your lock.
No, my lock is Jets over Giants.
Okay.
Give me the Rams.
Easy.
What is it?
Rams, Cowboys.
Cowboys.
I am also taking the Cowboys.
Nice. Efficiency.
Nick's either going to win or he's going to lose. All right. Minnesota, Green Bay.
Minnesota.
Nick.
Green Bay.
Easy.
Minnesota.
I'm also taking Minnesota.
I don't know where these
start with Nick this time.
All right. Atlanta, Tennessee.
Atlanta, for sure.
Nick.
Atlanta.
Easy.
Do Tennessee be different?
I am taking Atlanta as well, and that is my lock.
I like that. That's a good lock.
Cleveland, Seattle.
Ooh, Seattle.
Nick.
Seattle.
Easy.
It's tough.
That's tough. I want to go Cleveland, but I'm going to go Seattle. Cleveland's got lucky last week.
I want to go Cleveland too, but I don't think they're going to win 3 in a row. I'm also going Seattle.
All right.
Saints, Colts.
Ooh, give me Colts.
Nick.
Give me the Colts.
Easy.
Saints, Colts. Give me Colts.
I'm going with the Saints.
Nice. Efficient.
Jacksonville, Pittsburgh.
Jacksonville.
Nick.
Give me Pittsburgh.
Easy.
Oh, fuck. That's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
That is going to be a good game.
Jacksonville.
I'm also going Jacksonville.
Feel like sleeping on Pitt is the wrong move, though.
All right, finally, Lions, Raiders. We all going Lions?
Yeah, F it. I'm going to lock Pittsburgh against the Jags as home dogs, baby. I'm locking the Steelers.
Lions.
Easy as locking the Lions. All right, that was the pick'em.
Who'd you lock? Oh, yeah, you locked it.
Easy lock the Lions. That'll do it for us today. Appreciate y'all tapping into the Woodward
Love you
Heavyweights.
guys. Thank you for
Live
watching.
on Woodward Sports. Make sure you like and share the stream. We'll see you boys on Monday. For Easy, for Chris, for
If you're on
Nick,
DraftKings, hit me up.
I am Spencer. Peace.